From Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson Township, welcome to Big Time Sports and our continuing coverage of Stark County High School football. It's the Roosters pregame show. My name is Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson alongside as always. Tonight it's Federal League action. It's the undefeated Jackson Polar Bears, 3-0, number 13 in the state of Ohio, taking on the Blue Streaks of Lake, who come in with a record of 1-2. Troy, on paper, looks like Jackson is favored, but when you get into Federal League competition, anything can happen. We know how tough those kids are from Lake.
You know, the Lake kids, they started out 0-2. They bounced back with a big win last week against a very strong Akron East team. This Lake team that's pretty solid defensively. They've had trouble putting some points on the board. Last week, they got a big pick from one of the best DBs in the county. Chase Champagne had a pick six, which led the Lake Blue Streaks to victory. They've kind of got that win off their defense. They need to get that sputtering offense going tonight in the form of Sestone, one of the best tailbacks in the area. They need to get him the ball in space and let him do his thing.
Now, when you talk about offense, it doesn't get much better than what you see here at Jackson under veteran coach Bo Balderson. The Mount Union graduate has brought a high-caliber offense to Jackson, and it's led by Ricky Spradling, one of the better tailbacks in the entire state of Ohio. He's a good one, and he'll be throwing to a couple good wide receivers and a couple kids named Kemp and Ridgway.
Kemp and Ridgway, two of the better receivers in the Federal League, but it all starts behind Run Ricky Run Spradling. I think has a chance to be Stark County Player of the Year in football. Can run, can catch, has great speed, a very good blocker. Get him in space. He's a power runner. He will lower the shoulder, put his foot in your chest, and run right over you. He is a big, big weapon for the Jackson Polar Bears. They need to utilize him tonight, but can Jackson tackle? That was a big problem for them last year defensively with stopping people. This year so far, they're averaging close to 40 points a game. They need to keep shoring up the defense and cutting down on the turnovers.
Well, it's a brand new season for both these teams as we begin Federal League play tonight. It's Jackson against Lake. It's the Roosters pregame show. We're back to talk more from Robert Fife Stadium right after this.
For good food and great times, bring your team to Roosters. Feast on our award-winning wings, enjoy daily and weekly specials, and of course, all your favorite cold beverages. There's no better place to watch the big game than Roosters. Our friendly staff will cater to your group while you follow your team on our high-definition TVs. Bring the team after the game. We accommodate groups of 8 or more with no reservations needed. Roosters is locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of youth and high school athletics.
Kempthorne Motors, 3 brands, 1 location. Our winning lineup of Volkswagens, Mazdas, and Volvos makes us your one-stop destination. Drive a German-engineered turbocharged Volkswagen Passat or Jetta sedan, or a Mazda 3, one of Car and Driver's 10 best, featuring Skyactiv technology. The Volvo S60 is a perfect blend of performance, luxury, and class-leading safety. At Kempthorne's, we make it easy, fun, and friendly. Visit us online at kempthorne.com.
We're really all you need. CSE.
CSE is delighted to help bring you the very best in local high school sports. Our CSE family serves the community with sound financial products and services. We understand the importance of family, community, and financial stability. When you're looking for a financial friend, you need look no further than CSE Federal Credit Union.
CSE. We're really all you need. CSE.
Omni Orthopedics is proud to announce their award-winning team now includes 16 of the very best doctors in their field. Since 1996, Omni Orthopedics has helped patients in Stark and Tuscarawas counties with issues involving the foot and ankle, hand and upper extremity, joint, neck, spine, trauma, and sports medicine with the finest physicians, staff, and medical equipment available. To learn more about Omni Orthopedics' world-class care, medical complex, or for contact information, visit online at omniortho.com.
When the door of opportunity opens, what do you see? A landscape to pursue your passion and a rewarding career. A university with $120 million in student awards to lower the cost of education. A place where work opportunities during college lead to great jobs.
Akron has opened my eyes to so many opportunities.
New career options.
Akron gave me the motivation to make my dreams come true.
The University of Akron, where you get the greatest lifetime return on investment of any Northeast Ohio public university.
Welcome back to the Roosters pregame show as we spent a few minutes with Bo Balderson, head coach here at Jackson. Coach, week 4, it's a brand new season. It's Federal League football, and that means the intensity level is going to kick up a lot.
Yeah, everybody's 0-0 in the league right now, and that's what we've preached all week, playing as one team, just like we have, one game at a time, and our goal is to win week 1, and this is week 1 for us.
Lake 1 and 2, but they're a dangerous football team. Everybody knows how tough those Lake kids are, so you're in for a challenge tonight.
Yeah, I think the last 3 games you guys have done our games, and they come right down to the last second, and I think that's one of the things that our kids understand. We'll see how mature our group of seniors is when the way they come out tonight. We'll say a lot about the rest of the Federal League schedule for us.
That's everybody knows about your high-powered offense, putting points on the board. You got some outstanding, skilled athletes. I'll tell you, the Spradling kid and your 2 wide receivers, Jake Pallot at quarterback, about as good as it gets in the Federal League right now.
Yeah, and the one thing that we've been preaching too, without all those guys around those guys, we wouldn't be anything. Right. And that's one of the concepts that I think all the kids this year, it's one team, one heartbeat that we've been playing as, and nobody cares who gets that credit. And that's for the media and the newspapers to put their names out there. But, you know, in the locker room, I know last week Ricky had 6 touchdowns, but nobody cares. No coach cares what we're calling and stuff, and I think that's what's made us successful so far.
So you got a beautiful night to kick off the Federal League. Best of luck tonight and throughout the remainder of the season.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bo Balderson, head coach here at Jackson. We are back to talk a little bit to the Lake head coach, Dan DeGeorge, right after this.
At Downtown Ford and Lincoln, what we do is for you. Our team of professionals know that commitment to customer satisfaction is what keeps us in business. We work hard to earn and keep your business in every department because we know that's important. Sales, service, body shop, quick lube, tire center, finance, and billing, working together, working for you.
For price, service, and selection, come on down to Downtown Ford and Lincoln.
Hey, you! Mama Giannino's secret recipe rich sauce is just that. It's a secret. But I know it, and you can't have it. So, you want a piece of me? Huh? You want a piece of me?
On the field, as in life, teamwork makes all the difference. Today, these kids are learning the fundamentals they can use anywhere, supporting one another and inspiring each other to go farther together. This is what All Care does best, working as a team with your doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies to give you the tools to help you reach your personal health care goals. With All Care, you'll always have a winning team working for you.
Welcome back to the Roosters pregame show. As you spent a few minutes with Dan DeGeorge, head football coach at Lake High School. Coach 1 and 2, but really that means nothing. This is the start of a brand new season. Federal League football, now you're looking forward to it.
It is, yeah. We're excited to be in league play, and going to be a tough game tonight. Jackson's playing very well, but kids had a very good week of practice, so we're hoping they come out and play well tonight.
Everybody knows about this high-powered Jackson offense. Defensively, what do you got to do to slow them down a little bit?
Yeah, they are very good offensively. But I'll tell you what, they're playing good defense as well. Spradling obviously is very good on the offensive side, but he's a very good safety as well. They're playing really well together. We just got to get some long drives going, move the chains, and try to keep our defense off the field.
Is this going to be a shootout tonight, or the defense is going to jump up and win this for somebody?
Well, I hope no is the answer to that question. We'd like to control the ball and play a field position game and play good defense. We got to get back to doing that, and that's something we've been working hard on.
Can't ask for a better night. Best of luck tonight and throughout the remainder of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate having me.
Okay. Dan DeGeorge, head coach at Lake. We're back with the starting lineups, other pregame information on the Big Time Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
Abbott Electric is full of bright ideas. Turn to Abbott Electric for all of your residential and commercial electrical needs. Lighting upgrades and retrofits, backup generators, fire alarms, security systems, closed circuit TV, computer cabling, home automation, and even in-house electrical engineering services, in addition to standard electrical services and 24-hour emergency service. Count on Abbott Electric for solutions that work. Abbott Electric, your full-service electrical contractor in Dover and Canton for more than 35 years. Online at abbottelectric.com.
This is a new car. This is an AutoNation car. What's the difference? Based on Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people paid less for their cars at AutoNation. In fact, we're so confident in our low prices, every AutoNation vehicle comes with a money-back guarantee. So where would you buy? I thought so.
Who you gonna call? AutoNation!
For the store and savings near you, visit AutoNation.com.
Fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
It's time to visit the Firehouse Grill and Pub now with more convenient locations than ever for food and fun. What do we serve? Only the best. Fresh salads, juicy burgers, savory soups, and chicken wings. Plus, there's always lunch and dinner specials. Wait, there's more. Like our awesome drink and appetizer specials. Are you hungry yet? Then come down to one of our Firehouse Grill and Pub locations for food, fun, and the best service anywhere. Firehouse Grill and Pub. Stark County is a great place to live and work, and Papa Bear's and the Pizza Oven thank you for making them a part of the family. It starts with a strong tradition of excellence and support of the community, and is made up of over 300 of your friends and neighbors who work there. They volunteer for local organizations. They worship with you in church. They attend our local schools. They shine on the athletic field. That means no matter where you go, chances are there's a proud employee of Papa Bear's and the Pizza Oven nearby. Helping to make Stark County a wonderful place to work, live, and raise a family. With each smile, act of kindness, or display of talent, they impact countless numbers of people. Stop in soon and enjoy a delicious meal and meet some of the friendly Papa Bear's and Pizza Oven folks who help make Stark County a great place to live.
Joe Dunn and Troy Richardson back at Robert Fife Stadium, Jackson Township. Hope you're ready for Federal League football. It is week 4 of the 2014 high school football season. As you look into the Lake sidelines before tonight's kickoff, Troy, let's check the keys to the game.
Well, when you look here at the keys for the game, it's going to be pretty simple. For Lake, they need to stop Ricky Spradlin. We talked about it in the pregame show. Ricky, one of the toughest running backs you're going to find in Stark County, one of the contenders for Stark County Player of the Year. For Jackson, they need to play solid defense. That was their big Achilles heel last year. It looks like so far this year they've straightened up their defense a little bit, and this is their first test in the Federal League. And for both teams, they need to cut down on the turnovers. We saw Lake earlier this year against Green, had some key turnovers at key times, which led to Green defeating them. Jackson's got to take care of it, especially as you head into Federal League play, Joe. Turnovers are always a key.
Jackson has won the toss, and as you can imagine, they want their hands on the football to begin play. As you take a look at that late kickoff team, back deep for Bo Balderson, and the return man are seniors Joey Borg, number 1, a senior at 5'11", 155, and also Jake Kemp, 6'1", 185. They can both run, and they're standing right now at the 5-yard line. And the kickoff brought to you by Roosters.
Joe, this is going to be a key start right here. How Jackson does with this first possession. Who's going to set the tempo early? Is it going to be the Lake defense or this high-powered, high-octane Jackson offense?
Quentin Anderson, number 24, has the ball teed up on the right hash. He'll kick it off, and Lake will go on defense first, and this high-powered Jackson offense will get a chance to show what they can do on a beautiful night for football here in northern Stark County. End-over-end kickoff. Coming down and picked out of there by Kemp. Up to the left sidelines, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 23-yard line, where Jake Pilata, the junior quarterback, will bring his team out for the first play of the football game.
Good special teams right there, Joe. As you take a look here at the Jackson starting lineups, brought to you by Van Nostrand Young and Associates. You got Shane Ridgway, Tremata, Beavers, Cantors, Arun, Perselis, Ross, Davis, Pilata at quarterback, Weaver, and Ricky Spradling at the tailback for this Jackson offense. Once again, brought to you by Van Nostrand Young and Associates, helping your business and reduce your risk. That's Van Nostrand Young and Associates. Give them a call and see what Van can do for you.
Ball on the 24-yard line as Kemp comes in motion. Pilata going to throw. Looking right down the middle of the field, has a man wide open, and catching the football and getting good yardage is number 2, Shane Ridgway.
Shane Ridgway right down the middle of the field. Blown coverage there by the Lake Blue Streaks. Not sure if they were setting in a zone, but Shane Ridgway found the sweet spot, sat right in it for a nice 27-yard pickup for the Jackson Polar Bears.
Good protection by that Jackson offensive line. First down of the football game into Lake territory at the Blue Streak 47. Again, Kemp goes in motion. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be Ricky Spradling, and the senior's going to take people with him. His legs never stop moving, Troy, and that's why he's such an outstanding running back. The first guy usually doesn't get him down.
Good strong run there by Ricky Spradling. He gets those yards after the initial contact. You may hit him a yard or two downfield, but he picks up another 3 or 4 after the initial contact.
2nd and 2, Spradling with a run of 8. Spradling at about 195. One of the top running backs, not only in northeastern Ohio, you got to think about the rest of the state, as Pilata will take it on the quarterback keeper, and again, he goes right up the middle for the second first down of the football game for this Jackson offense.
And Joe, for this Jackson team, that's big. Joe, why don't you take us through the Lake defense?
Well, you got Davis, Butler, Baxter, Kinsley, and Anderson. The guy in the middle, Clay Shreve, is probably their best defensive player. As you mentioned, Chase Champagne, one of the better quarterbacks in the Federal League. Champagne also an outstanding basketball player for Coach McBride over at Lake, and we'll see a lot of him this winter. 1st and 10 for Jackson. Going to pitch it out wide. Here comes Spradling looking for a block, cuts it inside, and goes down at the 31-yard line. That way, just couldn't turn the corner.
Nice tackle there by Anthony Sistone. We'll hear about him on offense as well as defense. You take a look at the Ferris Financial play. Sistone does a nice job of scraping from his linebacker position and makes a great tackle right there. Head up, wraps up the legs, and you've got to hit Ricky Spradling low.
Gain of 3 in the play. 2nd and 7 for the Blue Streak 32. Jackson took the kickoff back to their own 24, and they've had a couple big plays to get him in position to get on the board early here at Robert Fife Stadium. Pilata going to keep it again. Looks for help, and this time they're going to get him after a short gain to the 30-yard line. Pilata went to the short side of the field, and the Blue Streaks were waiting for it.
Anderson does a nice job there, gets him right at the line of scrimmage. That time the quarterback draw wasn't there. Good job here by Anderson. Fights off his block, gets him right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle there by Anderson.
3rd and 6 for the Polar Bears, although I'm sure they are in 4-down territory for Bo Balderson as everybody splits wide left, and they got Spradling in the slot to the right, going to throw it. That's going to be off the hands of the receiver at the 25-yard line. That was Jake Kemp, number 10, the senior wideout, that couldn't come up with a catch right in the sidelines of the Polar Bears. So now we got our first 4th down situation of the football game, where it's 4th and 6, clock stopped with 9:22 to go in the opening quarter.
Interesting. Jackson trying to show the pass here early, and not just a steady dose of Ricky Spradling. They want to show that they can establish the pass behind the arm of Jake Pilata.
Big play early for this Lake defense. If they can come up with a stop, Pilata's going to throw for it. Has a man wide open out there. It's Isaiah Weaver. And I think he has the first down, and he does by a yard or 2 to spare.
Nice, well-designed play there by the Jackson Polar Bears to get Weaver out into space. The receiver to that side hit a nice drag across the, and you'll see it here. Weaver's your man in motion, and what's nice is you see a little crossing route right there. The inside linebacker's confused on coverage, can't make the play, and a nice job getting the pass to Weaver off the crossing action.
3rd first down of the game. They're going to give it to Spradling right up the slot. And he spins and takes people with him down to the 16-yard line. You talk about Ridgway, you talk about Kemp, 2 outstanding wide receivers. Then they bring Isaiah Weaver out of the backfield. That makes this offense very tough to stop.
Very tough. So far, they've ran 5 or 6 different formations. Very good balance here early of both pass and run for the Jackson Polar Bears.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 at the 16. Pilata going to keep it, spins off 1 tackle, but the shoestring grab is going to bring him down very close to another Jackson first down at the 14.
Nice job there by the Lake defense. It's going to be interesting. Can they stop them on these second and short situations early on in the ball game?
Jake Pilata, good-sized quarterback. That's why he can run it so well. He's 6'1", maybe closer to 6'2", at about 180. Outstanding athlete. Of course, he was the starting shortstop on that Jackson baseball team that won the state championship, and is also a guard on the Jackson basketball team.
Well, Joe, and that's one of the things here. You look at these players, they're not just football players, they're winners. And when you come off a state championship, it gives you a little bit more toughness of that competitive edge to say, hey, I've done it before, I've done it on the big stage, I can do it here also in football. And that's what Coach Balderson wants to develop, that attitude of winning and that culture of winning with the Jackson football team.
Well, referee Ron DeCellis took a second look at it, and he says that's a first down. So Jackson on this initial drive has their 4th first down of the football game, as again, Jake Pilata takes a look over at Bo Balderson, gets the call, and here we go. On 1st and 10, they can get another first down at about the 4.5-yard line. Pilata going to keep it again. And the big junior again shows good strength as he takes some white shirts with him inside the 10, maybe to the 8-yard line.
Joe, what I like out of this Jackson team is now they get a chance to open the playbook up a little bit more. That draw keeps the defense on their heels. It freezes the linebackers a little bit. But now you're in a 2nd and about 4 situation. Your playbook opens up more here. You got a chance to go to the air. You've got a chance to run it. And when you get that 2nd and less than 5, it's a great opportunity to open up your playbook.
Alex Massillon made the tackle there for Lake. 2nd and 4. Going to give it to Ricky Spradling, and he's going to have a touchdown. Spradling went left, cut right, and he's into the end zone for the first touchdown of the football game.
Joe, you talk about opening up the playbook, but I got a little clue for you guys. If you're the Jackson Polar Bears, a lot of those plays have to involve Ricky Spradling. But a great job here by the offensive line. A little false motion, a little counter action. Spradling sees the initial hole not there. He cuts it back. Great job of the backside of the line sealing. Allows the cutback lanes on that Papa Bears big play replay.
Boy, he went one way and then his eyes took him to the right for a touchdown. Ridgeway will hold. Costin will kick it up, and it is high enough, it is long enough, and it is good.
Nice job there by Ridgeway. Got a little bit of a roller back to him, but was able to field it and get the snap down to put the extra point through.
So 7:13 left here in the first quarter, and Jackson takes the opening kickoff, goes right down the field, as you see Ricky Spradling celebrate there in the end zone.
Nice play there by the Jackson Polar Bears. Great job by the offensive line of Jackson. They do a very good job. You know, you talk about how good the running backs are for Jackson, but you got to talk about how good the offensive line is. And you want to look for a good car deal, you want to go into Auto Nation looking for a newer pre-owned vehicle. Stop in at Auto Nation, located at 5900 Whipple Avenue in North Canton. Go in and talk to Brian Wynn with great pricing and great service. Give him a call at 330-238-3206. That's Auto Nation. And don't forget to stick around for the Malone University halftime report. Check Malone out on the web at malone.edu.
Charlie Costin has the ball teed up for Jackson. His brother, of course, was the kicker last year, did an excellent job, and they'll tee it up to 40 and kick it away. Francis and Sistone standing back at about the 6-yard line. They'll bring it back for the Blue Streaks and hope to get back in this game here in this possession. High end-over-end kick coming down right at about the 5-yard line. Coming up the left side for Lake, and going to have pretty good push over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That was Sistone, the senior at 5'9", 175.
Good swarming special teams play there by the Polar Bears. It's going to be a matter here of if Lake can answer back. They don't want to get down 2 or 3 scores and have to get away from the game plan. They've got to keep the confidence, get a nice sustained drive, and put some points on the board.
Of course, Sistone, if you are Akron-oriented, you remember his grandfather, John Sistone, who was a longtime, excellent head football coach at St. Vincent St. Mary High School up in Akron. First man through, and they're going to have good yardage. That's Sistone up to the 35.
Nice job on the outside toss, a little bit of outside zone action. You're going to see here all the Lake linemen, they're just taking a hard reach step. You reach, you reach, you reach. It gets stretched. Fullback leads through, and the running back picks his hole.
There you go. Let's take a look at this offense, and it is led by quarterback Adam Dadich, the veteran. Francis Sistone, 2 guys that can really run. Wide receivers Bruner and Champagne. Offensive line is veteran and pretty big. Direct handoff, and that's going to be a Lake first down.
Nice job there. Good initial push up front by the offensive line of Lake. You get Dadich running the football, gives you another tailback in the backfield. Plus, it keeps that defense on its heels.
First down for Lake. And they have the ball at their own 39-yard line with about 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Denke, Fong Juen. I'll tell you, he's a guy that is 5'9" at about 230 pounds in the middle of that defense. He's hard to move. Pass is caught and brought down immediately by Jackson. Coming up to make the catch with Jake Kemp.
Nice job there by the Lake Blue Streaks. A good safe pass, good first completion of the game. Gives the quarterback confidence. Nice protection by the offensive line. A little bit of a comeback route here. Good protection. Got plenty of time. Stands tall in the pocket. Receiver comes back, makes the catch, and picks up about a yard after. Brings up a 2nd and short.
Riley Sommers was the guy that caught that pass. Gain of about 8 on the play. As Lake trying to answer that Jackson touchdown. They'll have it 2nd and 2. And now they're going to call a timeout as Dan DeGeorge wants to talk things over. Timeout Lake with 5:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson from Robert Fife Stadium. There you take a look at Bo Balderson, the head coach here at Jackson. Mount Union grad, has come into Jackson with that high-powered offense, and this is a fun team to watch.
It is this year. It's taken him 3-4 years to get everything situated, to get it to the point where he wants, but now you're seeing this Jackson offense putting points on the board. Big question is, how's that defense going to respond? And folks, if you want to watch any Big Time Sports game, download the Big Time Sports app. Go to Google Play, search for Big Time Sports Ohio. We've got live up-to-the-minute scores on over 60 high school games. Every Big Time Sports TV game is also on the Big Time Sports app, along with our weekly TV show. If you're looking for a great place to watch every pro and college game, stop in at Roosters, a fun casual joint with over 20 flat-screen TVs where the game is always on. Roosters located at 4335 Dressel Road in Belden Village. And when you stop in, tell Sean and the girls Big Time Sports sent you.
2nd and 2 for Lake at their own 47. Going to hand it to Stone, and he takes it right up in the middle of that Jackson defense. Is going to be a little short of that first down at the 48, maybe the 49-yard line.
Looks like he might be about a half a football short here. If I'm Lake, I'm looking at this as 4-down territory. You want to keep
this early?
Yeah, you want to keep the ball out of Jackson's hands. And you've got 2 plays to go, what looks to be maybe a little less than a yard. I'm a gambler. I want to keep the ball out of this Jackson hands.
C.J. Davis, the senior linebacker, in there for the Polar Bears to make the stop, and they're going to measure for it. Let's give you the officials right now. As we mentioned, referee tonight is Ron DeChellis. Umpire is Brian Miller. Linesman Mike Harris. The line judge tonight is Joe Weisel, and our back judge is Gary Wilt.
We got it.
First down.
That's going to keep this Lake Blue Streak drive going. Dr. Robert Noggle, providing personal quality dental care for the entire family since 1980. Located in the heart of Uniontown in 619 in Cleveland Avenue. Call Dr. Robert Noggle at 330-699-5995 to expect the best and go Streaks.
Come out in a little I formation right now into the pistol. That it's going to roll right, gets a block, throws to the sideline. Good catch inside Jackson territory at the 43-yard line. Good throw, good catch.
Great catch right there by the Lake Blue Streak receiver. That's number 23, Rick Riley Summers again. He throws a dart. Dadich throws a dart right to the sidelines. But I like right there, Summers did a nice job realizing he had to get 1 foot inbounds. Great heads-up play by the Lake receivers, looking much better than they did week 1 against the Green Bulldogs.
First down, number 3 for Lake on this drive. Jake Kemp, the senior corner, on the tackle. Going to give it to Stone, trying to turn the corner. He does. He's at the 20 and knocked out of bounds by Spradling all the way down at the 22-yard line.
Once again, I think one of the most underrated tailbacks in Stark County is Stone. You get him in space, he's got as fast a wheels as anybody. Just a little outside zone play right there. Beats one man. Look at him turn the corner, Joe. Great acceleration. They can't bring him down. They've got to knock him out of bounds.
First down, number 5 for Lake, and they've got it down at the Polar Bear 22-yard line on a good drive here in their initial possession of the football game. Then they come out in the I with Stone in the back of it. Going to give it to number 28, and that is Joel Francis, only a sophomore at 170 pounds, and he'll take it to the 19-yard line.
Once again, nice little trap play there to the fullback, a little bit of a quick hitter, pick up 3 yards on second down. You're right on time again. You're looking at 2nd and 7, controlling the ball, keeping it away from this Jackson offense. Lake has done a nice job of controlling the ball and running clock on this possession.
2nd and 7 for Lake. Ball at the Jackson 19. Dadich going to roll, going to stop. Has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Lake. Wow.
Missed coverage in the secondary. I think they were trying to confuse with a little bit of man and zone coverage. No one picks up the inside receiver. They both bit on the outside receiver. They sell the route hard. It's a little bit of a wheel route here to the motion man. They come with the inside receiver. You see both defenders step up. He's just wide open in the end zone. Nice, well-executed play by the Lake Blue Streaks. Dan DeGeorge's got to be happy here with their first possession of the game.
Nick Brunner is the guy that was wide open. There wasn't a polar bear within 10 yards of him.
Little wheel route there to the motion man. They both bit on the outside receiver. We saw Jackson execute that play earlier on a crossing pattern. This time they just went hard to the outside receiver. No one picks up the wheel man.
Let's take another look at it on the big play replay brought to you by Papa Bears. And look how open he is. The closest man to him for Jackson was Shane Ridgway, the strong safety. He couldn't get over there in time, and that's a touchdown for the Blue Streaks. And we are tied 7-7 with 3:56 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, the corner's supposed to take the outside receiver. The linebacker's supposed to drop to that deep with the wheel man, and the safety's supposed to rotate over. Just a little bit of confusion with Jackson. I can tell after looking at film last year, Jackson's changed it up from a 40 front last year to more of a 30 look this year. And they're not bringing heat on the quarterback, and there's a little bit of confusion in the secondary. But a great job there by the Lake quarterback to see the wide open man and get a Lake touchdown.
Well, Jackson's going to get the football back again for the second time here in the first quarter. Defense has not been the key tonight. Both these offensive units moving right down the field, and that's why we're tied at 7-7. Joey Board and Jake Kemp standing at the 5-yard line. They'll bring this Quentin Anderson kickback and try and get Bo Balderson in that offense some good field position. We kind of thought this may be a shootout, and we're off to a shootout at the OK Corral tonight. Coming down to Kemp and about the 8-yard line. He's going to bring it back, coming up the right side. Going to try and turn the corner. He does. 30, 35, out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Jake Kemp.
Nice return there. A lot better starting field position than their first possession for the Jackson Polar Bears. And see what Coach Balderson draws up for this possession.
Boy, Kemp turned the corner. He's got good speed. 6'1" and about 175. And now here comes Jake Pilata and the Polar Bears, their second possession of the football game. And the ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line.
Very confident Lake Blue Streak team here offensively. I like what I saw. The quarterback, receivers were catching the ball well. A lot better than we saw 3 weeks ago during week 1.
Pilata has Spradling and Weaver with him in the backfield. He's going to give it to Ricky Spradling. Gets a good block and goes to the 41-yard line.
Good first down play. You pick up 5 yards. Now the playbook opens up a little bit. Gives you the opportunity to both pass and run. You've got a quarterback that shows that he can run also. A lot of different options for this Jackson Polar Bear team.
Boy, he's got good explosion, too. Once he sees that hole, he flies into it. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Going to send that one around the left side to Ridgway. Flag goes down, and Shane Ridgway goes down right at the line of scrimmage, but I think this one's coming back.
Well, you're going to see a missed tackle here by number 65, Jake Hostetler for the Lake Blue Streaks. But what that pressure early did was force Ridgway to bow back and the outside corner come up and make the tackle. You see a little bit of a jet action here. They missed the tackle, but he's got to bow back 2 or 3 yards, and you see the corner come up to make the tackle.
Boy, good pursuit there by Chase Champagne, who plays as hard as anybody in the Federal League at that cornerback position.
Well, Chase Champagne was a hero last week for the Lake Blue Streaks, getting a pick 6 to seal the win over a very tough Akron East football team.
I told you the East was better than you thought, Troy. You were a little down on Akron East. They showed you something last week.
They are, and it's good to see the Akron City Series teams being able to compete with some of the Federal League teams.
A lot of sideline pass, and falling down to make the catch for Jackson is Jack Trevonia.
Trevonia right there wide open, just couldn't keep his feet, would have been able to pick up some yardage. But once again, no one within 5 to 10 yards of the receiver when they're catching the football.
Tremontian, one of the bigger wide receivers in the Federal League at about 6'3.5", 190. Only a junior.
What I like with this Jackson offense is they spread the football around. Coach Balderson talked in the Rooster pregame show about how this is a family. No one cares who gets the credit and how they share the football. That's great to see in high school football.
Possession play here for Jackson as Ridgway again goes in motion, and quickly the officials come in and stop play as Jackson's going to call a timeout. Something they didn't like from the sidelines, and the call came in, and Jackson's going to talk it over as you take a look at Bo Balderson right in the middle of an offensive huddle.
A little bit of confusion there for the Jackson Polar Bears. As you check it out on the Auto Ford Nation scoreboard, we got 2:27 to go. Don't forget you can watch every Big Time Sports game with the Big Time Sports app. Available on Google Play for the Droid. Will be available later this week for the iPhone. We've got, I think, over 3,000 downloads so far with it, and more to come as soon as we get active for the iPhone. And Joe, you do a little bit of a radio show every day, don't you?
Every day from 3 to 6 on Fox Sports Radio 1350. We talk local, high school, college, and pro sports all over northeastern Ohio. Join us every Monday. We got our top 5 at 5, our top 5 high school football teams in Stark County and our top 5 high school football teams in Greater Akron. 3rd and 9. As Jake Pilata takes a look at that Blue Streak defense, needs a play right here. Going to pass for it. Plenty of time. Sideline has Ridgway wide open for the first down, and Ridgway's going to have a 4 or 5 yards after the catch. But again, these receivers are wide open.
Well, both the corner and the safety go with Jack Tremone deep, and that allows Ridgway to sneak underneath the coverage. But because the linebackers get frozen because they have to respect the play action to Ricky Spradling, and it just freezes the linebackers. He gets right in that sweet spot and picks up 20 yards for a first down.
Unofficially, we've got Jackson for 7 first downs as they have it 1st and 10 at the Blue Streak 42. Going to give it to Pilata's going to keep it himself as the fake went to Spradling, and then Pilata kept it himself for short yardage to the 40-yard line.
A little bit of a quarterback counteraction with that, just keeping it.
Gain of about 2 on the play, and Jackson will have it 2nd and 8 at the Lake 40 as they try and score again. Scored on their first possession. Moving the ball pretty well right here. Let's see what they come up with. Again, Pilata takes a look at the sidelines, has the call, and here we go. Going to throw. Ridgway off his hands at the 36-yard line. And again, it was Chase Champagne, number 12, that came up for the hit.
Ridgway had to climb the ladder a little bit there, a little too high, but nice job by Chase Champagne. Has good closing speed. He's going to be about 5 yards away when that ball's thrown, but he closes quickly on a big Mount Hope defensive play.
He's also an outstanding defensive player in basketball, and he's out in an island there at cornerback, but he came up and made the hit on Ridgway as Jackson now faces 3rd and 8 at the Blue Streak 40. Not sure if they're in 4-down territory here, but you never know as Pilata's going to throw again. Has a man out there, and it's caught by Shane Ridgway for a first down.
Nice catch with Ridgway. They go right back to the young man. Just had a drop. Find him again. Good combination routes to the 3-receiver side for the Polar Bears. Good combination route, good concepts on the patterns, and they find the open receiver every time.
I'll tell you, Ridgway with a nice move to the sidelines and cut it back toward the middle, and Pilata found him. 1st and 10 at the 27. Pilata again, good time. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and was 1 tackle away from taking that one a long, long way.
Lake has to start dialing up some blitzes. Pilata is just too good of a quarterback to give him that kind of time to throw. He can stand tall in the pocket. He can look downfield. He has the ability to run. They've got to start bringing some pressure on Jake Pilata.
The junior quarterback has 3 to the 24. This could be the final play of the quarter, and it's going to go to Ricky Spradling. And again, the senior keeps those legs moving. Going to be short of the first down right at the 20. And let's see if we get another play off as they unpile right there as the clock is moving down with 19 seconds to go. And that may be it.
Coach Balderson may just want to head into the quarter here, get a chance to regroup, and
and get a play ready for the second quarter.
It'll be a third down play, 3rd and 3 for Jackson at the Lake 20-yard line. And that's going to be it. We have played 1 quarter of football here at Robert Fife Stadium in Jackson. It is Lake 7, Jackson 7. We're back with second quarter play right after this.
Woods Tall Timber Resort is a vacation that's close to home. The 7-acre lake is the focal point of the resort, with camping May through October. Splash away your summer days at the beach, and in the fall, enjoy brilliant colors from your own private cottage. Whether you enjoy primitive camping or the amenities of home, Woods Tall Timber Resort has it all. Luxurious cottages feature equipped kitchens, a full bathroom, and room for 8 guests. The resort includes a clubhouse, concession stand, bait shop, shower house, and laundromat, and the recreation never ends. Enjoy summer fun on water slides, inflatable trampolines, paddle boats, and electric boats, plus house rentals, fishing, game room, playground, woodpecker par 3 golf, and miniature golf, and of course hiking trails. And now Woods Tall Timber Resort has zip lines. It's the best value around for this exciting way to fly. Rides start at just $15. Small zips and kiddie zips are also available, and the Lake House Lodge can accommodate your party, reception, reunion, or event. Check out all of the fun online at woodstalltimberlake.com.
Tell me, are you confident in your financial game plan? I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs in order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, we're here to help you solidify your personal, business, and estate planning goals so we can build a winning game plan together and help you achieve peace of mind. Call us at 330-321-1413. Ferris Financial, helping you plan, protect, and prosper.
Home improvements make your life easier and add to the aesthetics and value of your home. Look to the Wayne Garage Door Sales and Service Showroom for garage doors, entry doors, storm doors, windows, gutters, siding, heritage stone, and awnings. Plus knowledgeable associates to help you create a distinct look for your home. Wayne Garage Door, quality workmanship and service after the sale since 1973 on State Route 39 in Dover. More than just garage doors.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's.
Welcome to Bob and Pete's Floors showroom. This is where you'll find an extensive selection of styles and colors with the most up-to-date designs and fashions at the price that's right for you. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tiles, a laminate floor cover, or countertops, you'll find what you need at Bob and Pete's Floors. Bob and Pete's Floors. Make your feet happy feet.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's for happy feet.
The Downtown Ford and Lincoln Used Car Factory, you will find the right vehicle. We have over 180 vehicles, all makes and models, imports and domestic, on the lot in all price ranges. The right warranty. Every used car factory vehicle comes with a limited warranty and a pre-owned guaranteed inspection. The right price. To sell vehicles in volume, we have to be competitive, and we are. The right financing. We go to work for you to get the best rates available and also work with customers who have less than perfect credit. Visit the Downtown Ford and Lincoln Used Car Factory, where great deals are manufactured every day.
And welcome back to Robert Fife Field, as it's the Jackson Polar Bears with the football tied with the Lake Blue Streets. Hand off to Spradling. Spradling off the left side. Nothing there, but just enough to pick up what looks to be a Polar Bear first down. A lot of fireworks early in the game here. Each team with one possession, a touchdown for each team. Tied at 7 on the Auto Ford Nation scoreboard.
For a measurement.
Got an opportunity today to watch one of the better running backs in Stark County, and I think in all of Northeast Ohio, Ricky Spradling, senior tailback for this Jackson Polar Bear offense. Has an opportunity to be Stark County Player of the Year. Definitely one of the better offensive players that we've seen so far this year as the officials come out for a measurement. Got to be just shy of the first down.
It is short, 4th down in inches.
Going to bring up 4th and inches here for the Jackson Polar Bears. Jackson likes to go out of that pistol formation. Give them a chance here. They can run both that quarterback, Jake Pilata, the young junior, and also that senior tailback, Ricky Spradling. Jackson looks to spread the ball out offensively. They'll go 3, 4, sometimes 5 wide receivers in an empty backfield. Good protection out of this Jackson offensive line that averages about 265 across the front. Big physical young men on the offensive line. Pilata's going to go under center. First time we've seen that so far tonight for the Polar Bears.
And they've got it down at the Lake 17-yard line. So big play in this football game. Pilata's going to keep it himself, and that's going to be close. I think second effort is going to get him the first down. That initial plunge was stopped right in the middle of that Lake defense, but the junior, as we said, pretty good sized quarterback at about 185, just kept the legs churning and has the first down.
And you've got to go with that. When you've got a big quarterback like that, you've got a good, strong offensive line, big and physical, and you only need a few inches. You should be able to get that just about every time.
So Jackson has it 1st and 10 at the Lake 16-yard line with this football game tied 7-7. Bo Balderson right there trying to come up with a play that will get his team back into the end zone for the second time tonight. Pilata going to throw a little screen play, and it's dropped. Well, they had it set up,
for number 5, Jack Tremonia,
and they were trying to find Jack Tremonia, number 5, who was cutting to the inside and set up that flanker screen. Just couldn't get it going.
We talk about Ridgway and Kemp, but I like this Tremonia player. Very good player. Did a nice job of coming back there. They just couldn't connect on it. But also, and it's a little thing here, you can't really see it, but I like how the wide receivers block for each other. Sometimes a wide receiver, if they're not involved in the play, they're not blocking. That's part of that family that Coach Balderson talked about in the pregame.
2nd and 10 for the Polar Bears at the Lake 16. Weaver goes in motion. Spradling has it, and they bottle him up and tackle him. Couldn't just get a step to set himself free, and he goes down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the shortest gains we've seen out of Ricky Spradling so far today, as he only managed to pick up 2. Such a hard, pounding running back. If you're a young player out there, you want to watch Ricky Spradling run. When he hits the hole, he keeps his feet churning, and he keeps falling forward to pick up that extra yard and a half every play. And that adds up. 5, 6 runs, you pick up another 7, 8 yards with that leaning forward and the forward body motion. That's hard to teach.
Come out on that power pistol, I guess is the best way you could call it. They're going to throw it with Pilata. Has a man open there. It's Weaver. Weaver at the 5, 2, 1, touchdown, Jackson.
Once again, the corner was dragging behind Weaver. He got on his hip. It's like chasing in defense in basketball. He gets on his hip, and all he can do is chase him and run him down. But Weaver manages to get to the end zone. Just once again, a little mix-up in the coverage there from the Polar Bears.
Let's take a look at it again. Pilata with the fake to Spradling, and when he looked up, he had Weaver all by himself at about the 8-yard line. And 5'9", about 205, 10 pounds, you're not going to bring him up by trying to get him up high.
No, you've got to tackle all these Jackson players low. You got to wrap up and drive your feet.
Costin off the hold of Ridgway. And that is drilled well over the Jackson band into the parking lot, and it's 14-7 Jackson.
Nice drive there by the Jackson Polar Bears. Answered right back after that Lake Blue Streak touchdown. You want to take a look at the touchdown again. Good play action again to Spradling. Freezes guys just for a half second. Weaver wide open, drags the defender into the end zone.
That was Alex Mazel, who was trying to bring him down with a little bit of a horse collar, and that didn't work. And Weaver, as we said, a big kid, a senior. They list him right now at 5'9", 210 pounds, and that is a tough kid to bring down in the open field.
A lot of seniors for this Jackson Polar Bear football team. A lot of players have had experience. They've come through the program since 8th grade. They know what's expected. Coach Dan DeGeorge, in his second year as a head football coach at Lake, he's been there for a while, trying to put his own signature on this Lake football program, has got things going, picked up the first win of the year last week against a very strong East football team, and has had a pretty good showing so far today. And can Lake answer right back again with another touchdown?
Stone and Francis back at the 6-yard line to bring back this Costin kick. He's got it teed up at the 40. As Lake again will get their hands on the football with a chance to tie this game up. They trail now 14-7. Costin, high, end over end kick. That's coming down to Francis at about the 5. Up the right hash, runs into problems and goes down at the 23-yard line.
On the return. On the tackle for the Polar Bears, number 14, A.J.
Looks like they're going to get the ball at about the 26-27 here for Lake. They've shown the ability to throw and run. Both teams today. I like how both teams have got about a 50-50 mix here of run and pass. And that's great to see in a high school football program. I know a lot of coaches, they want to try to get that 50-50 balance as much as possible.
Both these teams with outstanding quarterbacks. You get to take a look at Adam Dadich, the senior for Lake. 2-year starter as the I formation behind him. Going to hand off or pitch it to Sistone.
Number 25,
good tackle.
Anthony
Coming up to make the
Sistone
play
on the
for Jackson right at the shoe tops is Jamin Thompson.
And that's one of the plays that Lake's always likes to start out each possession with. They try that toss sweep there, a little bit of outside zone. They get a fullback leading up through. It gives Sistone an opportunity. They pull the front side guard to pick his hole, but a nice job there by the Jackson defense. Number 22 for Jackson, shooting through and making a textbook tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, still at the Lake 27-yard line. Dadich wants to throw.
Wide open.
Comes the heat. He's got a man out there again, and it's going to be a big play for Lake all the way down to the Polar Bear 45 before Ricky Spradley makes the tackle.
Nothing fancy right there for for number 3, Nick Brunner. Nothing fancy. He just runs and beats the corner, beats the safety. Runs right by him. They let him cut his face, and he picks up about 25 yards. Dadich right on the money. That was a perfect pass, perfect throw. Easy play there for the Lake Blue Streaks.
First 10 for Lake down at the Jackson 46. 9:26 to go in the first half. Dadich to Sistone. And he'll have a couple, and that's all. Down to the 44-yard line before the right side of that Polar Bear defense comes up for the stop. Spradling is in there, number 24.
For the Polar Bears, 24, Ricky
Well, Sistone on that run runs into his front side guard who they try to pull to get a lead block for him. That guard's got to throw that arm quicker, get lower, and get to his position, and that stand up so straight. He's got to get and fill that hole quicker.
Less than 9 minutes to go in the first half. Jackson 14, Lake 7. But the Blue Streaks moving the football again, 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line of the Polar Bears. Dadich going to keep it himself, finds a little bit of a hole on the left side, and he'll take it down to the 41-yard line.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 5, but that run by Dadich keeps this Jackson defense, keeps them on their heels a little bit, keeps them honest, takes off a little bit of the pass rush. Now their plan looks like a 3-5 defensively, but they haven't brought much heat on Dadich either.
Boy, Lake right now, even though they're 1-2, the longer this goes here in the first half, they're starting to play with a little bit of confidence.
Oh yeah, they're playing with confidence. They're maintaining possession, and they're keeping the ball out of this Jackson offense.
3rd and 5 as Bruner comes in motion. Dadich going to keep it.
Wide open again.
Wide open. First down, Lake, and more before he is tackled at the Jackson sidelines at the 30-yard line.
Well, we are getting a display of well-executed, and I mean well-executed offense. Not so much at the defensive end, but very well-executed offense. Great play fake. You get the entire defense gone run one way. You drag the tight end across the backside, wide open again, and Lake gets another fresh set of downs. They can keep working the clock, and they keep the ball away from Jackson.
Brandon Haydinger, 6'4", and only a sophomore, comes up with the catch on that first down for Lake at the Polar Bear 29. Going to send Sistone in motion. Daddy's just going to keep it, but he is hit back to the line of scrimmage and pulled down by number 51. That is Noah Denke.
Nice job by the Polar Bear defense playing at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Denke. This is going to be a big Mount Hope defensive play. Denke right there. I love how he sheds his block, keeps his feet, wraps up, and makes the play behind the line of scrimmage. That's what you want to see out of your defensive lineman when you're playing that 3-5.
Boy, Denke's brother had an excellent game here a couple years ago. He's now down at Wittenberg, I think, playing for the Tigers. 2nd and 11, loss of 1. Lake at the Jackson 30, and Dadich, here comes the heat. Little screen pass, they set it up and they can't get it to Sistone as the heat was coming from the left side and Dadich had to hurry it up.
A little too much pressure that time. Jackson was able to dial up the heat. Don't let the quarterback get it time to set his feet and throw. They could have got the screen there, but enough pressure was on him, he just had to throw it away.
Dadich over talking with Dan DeGeorge. Across the way, he's got to play, and here we go. 3rd and 11. I would guess they don't make it here. I would be surprised they don't go for it.
You're inside
down
anytime
at the 30,
you're in 35.
Unless they want to try and pin the Polar Bears deep, I think they'd go for it. Let's see what happens right here.
Looks like
Stone in motion. Dadich to throw. Throws. Sideline, and it is intercepted. Picked out of there by Jake Kemp, and he's going to be down at the 3-yard line as a flag goes down as Kemp cut in front of the receiver came up with the interception and brought it back to about the 3-yard line.
Jackson got very, very lucky on that defensive play, on that Papa Bears big play replay. Lake had another receiver wide open down the middle third of the field. Great defensive play there by Kemp, just steps right in front, makes the play, and you're going to see the tackle made right there.
Boy, he got a good block there from Ridgeway to free him up, or he would have been down at about the 1-yard line. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Here we go.
Face mask.
Face mask on Lake.
And that just dug Jackson out of a big, big hole. They'd have been pinned inside the 5, and it's going to bring him up.
15-yarder. That's a big one. And as you said, that's going to get Jackson out of that deep hole and give him a little bit of room to run that explosive offense.
As you take a look at the Firehouse Grill and Pub fan cam, the good student section there once again for the Jackson Polar Bears. They all come out. When they're winning, the Polar Bears are here.
They've had that end zone for the student section for a long, long time, and they're back there now. 1st and 10 at the 8. Going to give it to Ricky Spradling, dancing his way up to the 15. Down the sidelines is Spradling, and he was with one man away from taking that one to the house.
I'm going to tell you that was all set up by the wide receiver for Jackson. Shane Ridgeway does a great job of blocking on the corner. I hope you get to see it here on the Ferris Financial play. Look at Ridgeway right there. Boom, locks up on his man, drives him out, and that allows Spradling to pick up another 15 yards.
That was that oven play, the shake and bake.
We've got them all tonight,
1st and 10 at the 31. Pilata, right back, fake, pump fake. Has Ridgeway out there and can't make the play, and a big collision at the 49-yard line. As coming over for Lake on defense was Nick Bruner.
Nice job there by the Lake Blue Streaks, putting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, dialing up the blitz. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. But, Joe, both teams have shown an ability to run and throw the football tonight, and no fear to throw the football.
Yeah, this has been a fun game to watch if you like offense, back up and down the field. As Ricky Spradling goes in motion, they're going to give it to Weaver, and he breaks a tackle, and it takes 2 or 3 Lake Blue Streaks to bring the big senior down.
Well, Weaver does a nice job there. He turns a play that should have been right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. He turns that into a positive 4 or 5 yard play, and that's all done on him. You're going to take a look at it here. Weaver gets hit right at the line of scrimmage on the crisscross counter. Boom, hit right there. Nope, he keeps his feet going, picks up another 5 yards after the initial contact. Great play by that young man.
Watched Isaiah Weaver play youth football on Jackson. He was a load back then. 3rd and 6. Plata, sideline pass, and can't find Ridgeway at the 46.
Intended for number 2, Shane Ridgeway, incomplete.
That's going to bring up a punting situation for Jackson, 4th and 6 at their own 34 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half, with the Polar Bears up 14-7.
First punt of the game.
Back to return for Lake, number 12, Chase Champagne.
See what kind of return here the Polar Bears have.
Champagne going to go back and bring it back. Joey Board boots that line drive kick. That gets a hop, and Champagne's going to pick it up. Has some running room. Champagne is over the 40 to the 42 as he got good yardage after that initial break through the purple shirts from Jackson. 5:43 to go in the first half. Jackson 14, Lake 7. We're back with more Big Time Sports play-by-play coverage after this.
Ferris Toyota is driving down the prices during our summer drive sale. Hi, this is Pat Ferris. Lease a new Toyota Corolla for just $139 a month. Camrys for $159, RAV4s for $169, and Priuses for $199. And every lease includes 24 months of no-cost maintenance. Toyota even has 0% financing on 12 different models to make it even better. Ferris Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
There are hospitals. There are health systems, but there's nothing quite like this. The Altman system means A-class care. All of the services and care you need together. All of the most expert caregivers together. All of this joins together, and together with you, to lead our community to improved health. Welcome to the shape of advanced healthcare. At Altman, healthier together.
Is your garage a mess?
Are you tired of all the clutter? At Weaver Barnes, we make solutions to fit your need. From simple storage buildings to backyard garden sheds, all the way up to big horse barns and garages, Weaver Barnes has the perfect building for you. Come see all our models at our display lot located in Sugar Creek on State Route 39. Visit our website at weaverbarnes.com or give us a call at 888-289-4940.
The Inn at Northwood Village is a premier assisted living residence. Each private suite is designed to offer the optimum comfort, security, and privacy. Personalized services include a 24-hour on-site licensed nurse, 3 full meals daily, cable TV, utilities, daily social events, and weekly housekeeping. Our caring professional team provides the best in senior assisted living care and services. Models of assisted and memory care suites are open. Call today to schedule a tour. The Inn at Northwood Village, where your family is our family.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Lake with the football. Going to give it over to Sistone, trying to turn the corner, and Jackson is there to drop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Good pursuit by the interior defensive line for the Lake Blues, for the Jackson Polar Bears. They do a nice job of stretching the play out. They force Sistone, who's got great speed vertically, to run horizontally. Great pursuit, east and west. You're going to get a look here at the Ferris Financial replay.
Watch
Look at the line.
come here, number 24, to cut it.
Boom, right off the corner, but look at the inside pursuit. You're seeing a lot of Polar Bear helmets around to make the tackle.
No gain on the play, second and 10.
Not sure why the clock stopped on that.
Yeah, I'm not either. I looked up, there's still 5:16. Now it starts moving. 5:13, 5:12 to go in the first half.
Well, I'm sure Lake practice this week, they would probably want to get the snaps all under 5 seconds on the play clock. You want to keep the ball out of this Polar Bear offense as much as you can.
Second and 10, Dadich throws it out to Bruner. Or Myers, that's Jacob Myers, number 9, that comes up with it. He was flanked out wide to the right, caught the football, and again, short yardage, gain of only about 1.
That little pass there, just a long handoff for the Lake Blue Streaks, but it does keep the clock running. They do manage to pick up a yard, and it keeps the defense honest. Looks like a passing play here, which Lake has had some success with.
3rd and 9, possession play. You don't want to give it back to Jackson with 3 or 4 minutes on the clock. They're explosive, so let's see what Lake does right here on a possession play from their own 43. Dadich from the hash, throwing deep, has a man out there, underthrown and picked off again by Jackson. Coming up with the football is Brandon O'Neill.
Hey, we talked about it in the Roosters pregame coaches show, Joe. You've got to cut down on the turnovers, and right there's the second turnover of the night for the Lake Blue Streaks. And you're going to see once again, they try to go too much for the home run ball. It's 3rd and long. He rolling hard to his left. This is a hard throw for a right-handed quarterback to make. Just underthrows, and the receiver does get behind him. He is open. There's no question. There have been Lake receivers open all over the field. You get once again, great camera angle here by the guys at Image Video. Perfection once again. They just managed to underthrow the receiver just a little bit. Look for Lake to come back to that route.
Brandon O'Neill's dad's got to be proud of that. He's a former defensive back that played for Lowell Kleinfelder over at Central Catholic, so he's smiling right now. Handoff, first man through, and that is number 38. First time he's carried the ball. That's Nick Story, the senior at 180 pounds.
Coming up on 4 minutes in the Auto Ford Nation scoreboard. Don't forget Van Nostrand Young & Associates. They can help manage and reduce your business and home and personal risk. Local community-operated team approach. Give Van Nostrand Young & Associates a call at 330-497-1867 and see what Van can do for you.
2nd and 8 for the Polar Bears at their own 25. Need 8 yards for another first down. Pilata, little pump fake, trying to isolate somebody. Now he's going to keep it and have short yardage to the 28-yard line, and that's all. Little pump fake, looked left and then threw, tried to throw right, nobody home.
Well, they had man-on-man coverage out on the wide receiver to the lake side, to the short boundary side, and that was great coverage over there. They never left him man-to-man. I think that might have been Chase Champagne on man-to-man coverage, but you know what? He is a lockup artist, man. Call him the sheriff because he can lock you up.
He does. He does a great job. He sure does. Not real big at about 5'10", but he will stay on you like glue. 3rd and 5 now. Clock moving, less than 3 to go here in the first half. Pilata again going to throw. in trouble. Look for some space. Breaks away. Pallotta's going to have the first down. Let's see where they mark it. I think they're going to mark it short.
It's going to be right there.
Jake Pallotta on the run.
A lot of the Jackson fans below us don't like the spot on that one, but I think he's going to be short of the first down. Let's watch it again on the Ferris Financial replay. In trouble. Not afraid to run it. And it looks like he's going to turn the corner, and I think it's a good spot.
Good spot right there, but I like how
they're going to give him the first down. They're
it's
going
hard
to
for
give
us
him
to
the
tell
first
on
down.
that side.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 33. Big play right there. Now flags go down all over the field.
False start.
And that's going to cost the Polar Bears 5 yards with 2:38 to go in the first half.
One of the few penalties we've seen so far tonight, Joe. Pretty clean football game thus far. But I like out of Pallotta. He hangs in the pocket. He doesn't want to go to his legs right away. He's willing to hang in the pocket. But when he does feel it collapse, he steps up and is able to evade contact and extend the play with his legs.
Jake Pallotta, first year as a starter at quarterback, you would think he's going to get nothing but better with experience. He's going to break out of it again. A little stutter step move. Has maybe 5 yards over the 35 to the 38. He is not afraid to tuck it and go.
Well, when you've got an athlete like Pallotta, you got to break down and you got to make the play. They had a chance to sack him here for about a 5 or 7 yard loss. Instead, Pallotta manages to turn it into a 7 or 8 yard gain. And instead of looking at 2nd and 17, 18, you're looking at 2nd and only about 5.
Well, that's exactly what it is. 2nd and 5 at the 38 yard line. 2-minute drill now for the Polar Bears. Wide open is Weaver. Going to get it and going to get 2 or 3 yards after the catch to the 48-yard line.
Jackson does a great job once again running the combination routes, running the pick plays. Well, they're not technically pick plays. They're more of a rub play where they cross the receivers off. You're going to see him drag underneath. They use the top receiver to run the corner off. He drags underneath, picks up, catches the ball at 5, runs for 6. Pickup of 11 yards.
Boy, Isaiah Weaver has been open all night long. They have yet to really stop him out of the backfield. That's another first down for Jackson at their own 49.
Well, Jackson runs so many different formations. They use the motion. It keeps the defense confused.
Oh, nearly picked over there. Champagne read that one, and he was within a step of taking it to the house the other way.
He was sitting, waiting right for there. He did it last week. He sits on it. They try to go the flats with a quick pass, and Champagne right there just misses it.
You could see that one from the press box upstairs, and I think a lot of the Jackson fans saw that one too. They held their breath before that one fell to the turf.
I think his eyes probably got as big as $50 on that play.
2nd and 10, ball still at the 49 with 1:23 to go in the half. Those are the kind of plays, if you make them, can turn a game around. If not, it's going to give Jackson another opportunity to put one in the end zone. Pallotta again. This time it is picked off. This is Champagne, and he is at the 20, he is at the 10, and he is into the end zone.
Joe, you said it. Get the quick turnaround. You needed the defense to electrify Lake. They did it last week with defense. Lake comes back again this week with the defensive play. Great play there by Chase Champagne. Takes it about 55 yards to the house for a Lake Blue Streak touchdown.
Let's watch it again. I'm not sure it was the same play, but nearly the same result as Champagne picked that one off. And for the 2nd week in a row, Champagne has picked the pass off and taken it to the house. Last week against Akron East, tonight against Jackson. And this one can tie it up as Anderson gets set to kick it from the 10-yard line.
Well, we saw Champagne's closing speed in the last possession for the Polar Bears as Ridgeway came up to make a catch, and Champagne closed 5 yards in him on a dime as the ball was in the air. Shows he can close 3 yards and get the pick 6.
We got a surprise here at Robert Five Stadium. 1:14 to go in the first half, and we are tied. Lake 14, Jackson 14. As you take a look at the closing steps of Chase Champagne's interception touchdown.
Just a great play there on the Papa Bears big play replay.
I'll tell you, somebody, maybe a Malone or a Walsh or somebody's going to take a look at Champagne and say, that kid can play cornerback for me.
Well, a lot of people are going to think he's undersized, but he is in the right position every time. He's in the right position every time. He comes up and hits you. He plays with a total reckless abandonment with his body. One of the top corners, I think, in Stark County and shows it right there as he gets his second pick six of the season.
You know, I see a lot of Mid-American Conference football, and there's a lot of 5'10" cornerbacks running around up there, so I think he can play somewhere.
If you're looking for a great place to go watch the game, maybe to watch Chase Champagne play at the next level next year, stop in at Roosters with over 20 flat screen TVs. It's a fun, casual family joint. Wings, subs, burgers, salads, and more. That's Roosters, located at 4335 Dressler Road in Belladon Village. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, you got somebody, that graduate, you know what, they're a junior, they're a senior, you need a car for them, you want to get them a good used car, you want to stop in at Auto Nation, located at 5900 Whipple Avenue. Stop in and see Brian Wynn and the family at Auto Nation. Give them a call at 330-238-3206. And don't forget, stick around for the Malone University Halftime Report. That's the Malone University Halftime Report, and you can check them out on the web at malone.edu.
Quentin Anderson, the senior, has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and he will kick it away to Jake Kemp or Joey Board. And they'll both be down at about the 5-yard line, ready to bring this one back. I think this one, when he announced this score around the Federal League, will get some oohs and ahs if it stays this way at the half.
Hey, Lake hasn't played a bunch of rum drums in their preseason. They've played a very strong green team that I think can win 6-7 ball games this year. Played a very strong Akron East team that's going to do well in the Akron City Series. And I can't think of who their second game was.
This one's going to go off the side of the foot, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, it might be Lake ball.
Let's see, they're going to give it to Lake. Oh my, what a huge play here at the end of the first half. That looked like it was going to go out of bounds off the side of the foot of Anderson.
Great call by the official.
A flag goes down, and let's see if they talk about this.
That'll be a sideline warning.
They initially said it went to Lake. I think it's going to stay that way. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and all of a sudden Lake comes up with the football. Good hustle play. Let's see who comes up with it down there across the way.
Well, what's great is the official is right there. It's the official on the sideline, makes the call. You've got to go. He's right there to make the call. The official makes it. He sells it right away, and that's going to be Lake Blue Streak football.
That was Nick Bruner, I think, number 3, that came up with the football and a good hustle play.
It's called special teams for a reason.
Sideline warning on Lake, and as you can imagine, when they came up with that football, they were ready to party. And that's exactly what they did across the way. Cost them 5 yards, but they want the football with 1:14 left to go here in the first half.
That is a hustle play. In a big game, in a tight game, there are going to be 3 big plays. And you've got to win 2 out of the 3s. Folks, it's called special teams for a reason, because that's when special plays happen.
Gaddis brings them up in the I formation. Going to fake the handoff. Dadich in trouble, spins away, heads toward the sidelines, now throws, has a man out there, caught inside the 5.
Great job there by Dadich. Look how he keeps his feet. He extends the play, he rolls. These are drills you do every day at practice when you coach quarterbacks. You roll, you roll, you roll. Watch this here. Play action pass, freezes the linebackers, looking, nothing. Look at him roll the shoulders, tucks it back again. You work on getting your feet set on the run, throws a dart right down the middle. Great job of the receiver breaking off his route to make the catch.
I'll tell you, Jake Kemp playing center field, I think was afraid of letting something open in the end zone. They cut it off, and they've got it 1st and goal down at the Jackson 4 with a chance to take the lead here late in the first half. This is going to be number 25, and he is into the end zone, and give that touchdown to Anthony Sistone, and Lake has the lead.
Lake once again answering the call. You know, they've taken the lead here, Joe. And this is a game a lot of people thought, you know, Jackson's going to come in. They got the high-powered offense. Somebody forgot to tell the Lake Blue Streaks that. Somebody forgot to tell Dan DeGeorge and the Blue Streaks that this was supposed to be Jackson, you know, going to 4-0. They're doing a great job right here, making the big special teams play.
Anderson will try and make it 21-14, and it is up and good. So we still have 1 minute left to go here in the first half, as these fans at Robert Fife Stadium below us a little bit in shock with Jackson down 21-14 as you watch the Stone hurdle into the end zone for Lake's 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Two big plays, Joe. The pick six by Chase Champagne. Bruner getting the recovery off the kickoff. Great play by the quarterback, rolling, keeping his feet, catch inside the 5, take it into the end zone.
So the Polar Bears will have 1 minute to try and make something happen here as you look at Bo Balderson on the sidelines below us, as he has watched his team come up with a critical error here late on the pick by Champagne, and then the special teams big play, I guess you could call it, by Lake.
Just unbelievable.
I think Jackson just kind of fell asleep over there. They were waiting for that ball to go out of bounds, and Bruner popped in and got it, and it was Lake's football.
You can't become complacent. You never know when a big play is going to happen. That's why you've got to compete every second of every single play, because you never know when that big play is going to come.
Well, here comes Quentin Anderson again. He's going to tee it up at the 40, and Joey Board and Jake Kemp will stand back again. They're going to bring it up higher this time, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Trying to make something happen late here for Jackson. Here's Anderson again, gets a good leg into this one, and Board's going to take it at the 5. Going to come up the right hash, looking for a block. Board at the 30-yard line and takes some blue streaks with him to the 31, where Jake Pilata and company will have it 1st and 10.
And this is a quick strike offense for Jackson. They've shown the ability to throw the football. Lake's got to be cautious here. You don't want anything to get behind you. You want to keep everything in front. I think Jackson has 1 timeout left. They had to call a couple early on their first possession. If you're Jackson, you want to pick up 10 yards, stop the clock on the first down, get to the line of scrimmage right away, quick strike, lightning offense, and I'm sure that's what Coach Balderson probably just gave the Polar Bears 2 plays to go with.
Well, the type of offense that Jackson has, 52 seconds is plenty of time to get into the end zone. And Pilata's going to throw. Has a man out there, that is Kemp, and he's going to be down at the 45-yard line, and just like that, they pick up about 14 or 15 yards on a first down.
Right there, clock stopped. You want to get the ball snapped within 5 seconds of the ball being set. It's been set. You want to get the snap off here by about 38.
Pilata again will keep it this time, looking for a hole. Cuts inside at midfield, still in his feet, and Jake Pilata's got another first down at the Lake 43-yard line.
More importantly, the clock stops. You get a chance to run another play. Great camera angle here on the Ferris Financial replay. He goes down, you get it set. You probably try to get this snap off at around 30 seconds.
Pilata going to throw for it. Again, this time he goes down as he is hit right at midfield.
He is rocked by that Lake Blue Streak defense. That's the first time they've been able to get to him. I think that was Cole Kinsey in on the sack. As you take a look at the big Mount Hope defensive play. Number 60 in there, number 66 for the Lake Blue Streaks. Trying to get a number on that. That was Emery Butler getting on the tackle, 65 Cole Kinsley. Great job there by the Blue Streak defense.
Clock stopped with 27 seconds going in the first half. Left to go. It's 21-14 Lake. And Jackson has it 2nd and 14. And the ball is at the Lake 48-yard line. So plenty of time for a big play as Bo Balderson meeting with his offense, taking a look at the play sheet. And now you look into the defensive huddle across the way as Dan DeGeorge has had his team ready tonight for Federal League Week number 1.
Don't forget to stick around for the Malone University halftime report, brought to you by Malone University.
2nd and 14. Jake Pilata, the junior quarterback, has trips up top, and Kemp, the lone receiver, down below. Rolling, thrown, has a man out there.
Got to get out of bounds.
It's going to be a first down or short of a first down. Doesn't make any difference. They're going to stop the clock. And coming up with that play was Shane Ridgway.
Pretty good leg here for this Jackson kicker.
Oh, yeah.
He looks to be good from about inside 40. Looks like Jackson's going to want to pick up about another 10, 15 yards to give him a chance at a long field goal.
Watch now maybe for Pilata with the pump fake to try and free up somebody down the sidelines.
Stay away from Chase Champagne's side.
Big cushion now, and Pilata's going to keep it. and short yardage. And let's see if they stop the clock, and they do. With 11 seconds left, they're going to stop it and maybe have time for one more play and then maybe kick the field goal.
Well, it looks like they called a timeout, or they're going to measure. First down.
It results in a first down.
Timeout. I don't think Jackson has any timeouts,
No timeouts left.
So you've got to, well, I don't know if they're going to have time. If they pick up the yardage, I don't think they'll have enough time to spike the ball to set up the field goal.
If you're going to throw it right here, you got to do one of two things, sideline or end zone.
You got to look for maybe a 10-yard out to put them in field goal range.
Now, if Lake comes up and wants to play some bump defense,
then you look to go
fake
deep.
And you can free somebody up on that pump fake. So not only does Jackson have to make a decision what they want to do, but Lake, maybe more importantly, going to let us know what type of defense they want to play.
Probably some type of shell defense, because you just want to keep them out of the end zone here. You want to force everything to the middle of the field, taking away the sideline. It really comes down to one play here. An incomplete pass, if it's an incomplete pass, you're going to get another play.
They're going to give them a cushion. They're going to give them the first down. They're going to try and take away the deep stuff.
But they're going to be rushing 4 here. Look for good protection here out of the Polar Bears.
They're going to throw deep. And they're going to try and find Kemp in the end zone. He goes up and makes the catch.
Wow!
Oh, what a play!
What a play!
Pallotta to Jake Kemp. Touchdown, Polar Bears.
Great play there by the Jackson Polar Bears to answer the bell when Lake just went at them. Great play right there by Jackson. Great play by Kemp.
Jake
Goes
Kemp,
up top.
Let's watch him. He's a big kid at about 6'1". Pallotta throws it up there, and Kemp goes up and makes a tumbling grab in the corner of the end zone.
Well, Ricky Spradling does a nice job at fullback picking up the block. See what Jackson likes to do here. They run their muddle huddle.
Now, you know the kid's a good wide receiver because his brother was a former quarterback at Massillon, and they threw together all the time. So you know.
Not at Massillon, but at home.
No, not at Massillon. There's the kick. It's up and good. No, his brother, the former quarterback at Massillon, Jake Kemp, right here at Jackson, catching touchdown passes for the Polar Bears, and we are tied at 21-21.
Don't forget to stick around for that Malone University halftime report. Brought to you by Malone University. You can check them out on the web at malone.edu.
I'll say that's a gutsy call by Bo Balderson, because if that ball is caught in play, I'm not sure they're going to be able to get down there and get that ball spiked. So they had two things they could do: throw the sideline and out of bounds, or go deep into the end zone. And Jake Pallotta right on the money. Great throw, great catch.
Great play right there. Now, if you're Lake, you don't want to let all the wind out of your sails because you get the ball to start the second half.
But you got to think right now, momentum has shifted to Jackson. That was a huge play in this football game after Lake had scored twice late in this half. Jackson to come back and tie it up. They've got momentum right now.
Well, Lake has done it with their defense and their special teams. Their first drive of the game was all their offense, and Jackson settled down the next couple of possessions against Lake. But Jackson's got to shore up the special. They've got to do the little things better. The special teams play, knowing who's covering who, not trying to pick on one of the best corners.
Costin going to dribble that one down to the 30. Lake has it, and look out! They're going to be tackled, but not before they throw a scare into everybody with a purple jacket on tonight. Whoa!
Once again, special teams. Lake is there.
That was a couple steps away from taking that one into the end zone. We have played one half of exciting football as we take a look at that last touchdown play. Pallotta to Kemp, tumbling catch in the end zone. We are tied at 21. We're coming back with the first half stats. The Malone University halftime show right after this.
Hello, this is Tom O'Donnell from Park Village Healthcare. Over the past several years, we've become a trusted provider of rehabilitation services following surgery or a brief hospital stay. Jane Snader, our Director of Rehabilitation and Therapy Services, has been working in this area since 1984 and has brought her knowledge and experience exclusively to Park Village. Jane leads our physical, occupational, and speech therapy teams that are respected for promoting evidence-based rehabilitation and therapy programs. These programs emphasize maximizing a resident's potential and promotes a timely and safe return home. If you are looking for short-term rehabilitation, please visit us. Tour our rehabilitation wing, dedicated to providing our clients quiet, private accommodations. Meet Jane Snader and explore a rehabilitation experience that will get you back on your feet again. Park Village, where local therapists are building local relationships. We're located at 1525 Crater Avenue in Dover.
We're called Weaver's Fine Furniture for a reason. From our handcrafted solid wood furniture to our American-made upholstered furniture, you'll see heirloom quality. Make your house a home with bedroom suites, kitchen furniture. Visit us in Sugar Creek at 7011 Old State Route 39. For directions, current specials, and more, you can find Weaver's online at weaverfurniturestore.com. Make your house a home with Weaver's Fine Furniture.
Welcome to All Type Heating and Cooling, your one-stop shop for all types of home repairs. That's right, All Type Heating and Cooling not only provides complete sales and service for your furnace and air conditioning, they also do plumbing. Family owned for over 30 years and with more than 100 years combined experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable year-round. All Type is your authorized Lennox dealer and can service or repair any make or model. All Type Heating and Cooling, we treat you like family.
When buying or selling a home, the first thing is to make the call.
Package Realty.
Our marketing plan speaks for itself. We get results with over 700 sales last year.
So, Molly and Colin, have you made a decision yet? Yes, we have. I don't know, Molly. That's a lot of money. But it's the one I want.
Buying a home
Sign
is
the
one of the
contract.
biggest decisions you'll ever make. We take that seriously. One of every 4 homes sold is listed by McInturf Realty. Make the call to McInturf Realty, the sign that sells.
If you want to make your business successful for years to come, then you need to partner with Graphic Publications and our Bluefoot digital products. Our customers receive a strategic marketing plan in both digital and print media that can include website design, hosting and content creation, interactive mobile apps, videos, and graphic design. For the past 40 years, Graphic Publications has been helping businesses grow with our innovative marketing solutions that enable you to reach and exceed your goals. Contact Graphic Publications at 888-674-1010.
Joe Dunn and Troy Richardson back at Robert 5 Stadium. We're at halftime. Our score, Jackson 21, Lake 21. Right now it's time for our halftime band show, brought to you by Kempthorne Motors, your one-stop destination for great cars, great service for the past 75 years at 1449 Cleveland Avenue in Canton. Let's welcome the Purple Army, the Jackson High School Marching Band.
Let's go Bears! As part of our annual past, present, and future celebration, the band is joined on the field tonight by members of the Jackson Alumni Band. We open tonight's show by featuring current majorettes Anita Nye, Christina Jackson, Bailey Richterman, Carrie Janine, and Megan Condra, joined by alumni twirlers Pam Packus, Kristen Lance. Sing along if you like, you all know the words. Tonight's Jackson High School Alumni Band features graduates from last year all the way back to the mid-'70s, with tonight's Golden Bear Award going to Ed Stevenson from the class of 1976. Our furthest travel band member tonight is 1980 graduate Cindy Carter, joining us tonight from Columbus. Next up, the combined bands rock out to Crunch Time. The future of the Purple Army looks very bright with this year's fine class of 8th grade musicians.
Welcome to Mount Hope Fence, located in Mount Hope, Ohio, where you can add elegance to your outdoor space with one of our durable, low-maintenance pavilions, gazebos, or pergolas. Choose one from our showroom, or we can build to order. Add to your backyard escape with a stone fireplace or other landscape ideas. More than just fence, we're about the full line of outdoor living products. All of our products come with a lifetime warranty. Click online at mounthopefence.com or visit our showroom at 7102 County Road 77. Mount Hope Fence. We've got the inside on the outdoors. When it comes to home, auto, or life insurance, it's smart to arm yourself with information to make the right decisions. Mike Taylor, your local Allstate insurance agent, can help. Call Mike today and see how much you can save and what discounts you deserve. Remember, you're in good hands with Allstate and Mike Taylor. Mike Taylor is located at 4432 Belden Village Street, Northwest in Canton. Or call now at 330-639-4032.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team Specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team specialist since 1977.
When the door of opportunity opens, what do you see? A landscape to pursue your passion and a rewarding career. A university with $120 million in student awards to lower the cost of education. A place where work opportunities during college lead to great jobs.
Akron has opened my eyes to so many opportunities.
New career options.
Akron gave me the motivation to make my dreams come true.
The University of Akron, where you get the greatest lifetime return on investment of any Northeast Ohio public university.
Kempthorne Motors, 3 brands, 1 location. Our winning lineup of Volkswagens, Mazdas, and Volvos makes us your one-stop destination. Drive a German-engineered turbocharged Volkswagen Passat or Jetta sedan, or a Mazda 3, one of Car and Driver's 10 best, featuring Skyactiv technology. The Volvo S60 is the perfect blend of performance, luxury, and class-leading safety. At Kempthorne's, we make it easy, fun, and friendly. Visit us online at kempthorne.com.
For good food and great times, bring your team to Roosters. Feast on our award-winning wings, enjoy daily and weekly specials, and of course, all your favorite cold beverages. There's no better place to watch the big game than Roosters. Our friendly staff will cater to your group while you follow your team on our high-definition TVs. Bring the team after the game. We accommodate groups of 8 or more with no reservations needed. Roosters is locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of youth and high school athletics.
Welcome back to Robert Fife Stadium. It is time for the Malone University halftime show. Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson. Our score is Lake 21, Jackson 21. Yeah, that's right. It's a surprise here at Robert Fife Stadium, but anything can happen when you get into Federal League play here in week number 4.
Anything can happen, Joe, and it usually does when you're dealing with Federal League teams here at the Malone University halftime report. You get a look there at the Jackson Polar Bears, who had that momentum swing to them back at the end of the first half with a big pass play from Pallotta to Kemp to tie this game up at 21-all. As we take a look here at the halftime stats brought to you by Malone University. Really just a game dominated on paper by the Jackson Polar Bears. They've almost literally eight times as many rushing yards as Lake has, 116-22. Passing yards, Jackson wins that category. First down, Jackson wins that category. Penalties, Jackson with just 10 more yards in penalties. Lake has 2 more turnovers. But the big play, that Jackson 1 turnover, pick 6. Oh yeah, Chase Champagne takes it to the house, gives the Lake Blue Streaks some momentum. On the ensuing kickoff, ball gets kicked off the side of the foot. Lake recovers it. 2 plays later, Lake is into the end zone. And it was just the Lake Blue Streaks had the momentum then. Jackson answered right back with 5 seconds to go on a huge pass play, a huge completion. And Joe, that's how we're tied up here at 21.
It's been a number of big plays on both sides of the football, and we are tied at 21 as we get set for second half action. You are watching the Big Time Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Lake at Jackson as you look into the sidelines across the way to a Lake Blue Streak team. Even though they are 1-2, they have come in here and played excellent football, probably their best football if you talk to Dan DeGeorge that they've played thus far this season.
Well, and you want to do that, and that's what's great about playing in a league. It's your second season. It's okay, guys. We got the non-league games out of the way. We've got to lock back in. We've got to get refocused, and it's Federal League action. Everyone's 0-0 right now. Everyone's undefeated in the league. We're undefeated in the league, and we've got to battle back. And I like it. When you're the underdog, you come in with a chip on your shoulder. You're going to you're the visitor team. You're going to the other team's home field. You got the chip on your shoulder, and you got to be ready to play. For the Jackson Polar Bears, it's your home game as we get ready for the Rooster kickoff. It's your home game in front of your crowd. It's your first game of Federal League action. You got to come out and set the tempo early. And right now, this kickoff's going to be big here, Joe. Can Jackson get a stop, and can Lake move the ball down the field?
Well, Lake's going to get their hands on the football to begin second half play as Charlie Costin has the ball teed up on the far hash mark. He'll kick it away, and back to bring it back will be Anthony Sistone and Joel Francis, a senior and a sophomore for second-year head coach Dan DeGeorge. Crowd still getting back in their seats after watching a great band show from both Lake High School and Jackson. Great performances by both those groups. End-over-end kick going to take a bounce and be picked up at about the 13-yard line and nailed right at the 20, falls forward to the 22-yard line. And that was Anthony Sistone, number 25, who got popped and popped good down there on the kickoff.
It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments both teams make defensively. Both teams' secondaries have to get their coverages squared away on what they want to do. They're getting caught up in some man coverages with some zone over top. They're running a lot of rub patterns. That's freeing up the men in the secondary. You've got to have better communication in the secondary with your bracket coverage if you're the Jackson Polar Bears.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks at their own 22-yard line. Going to hand off to, looks like Sistone gets the call coming out of that I formation, and good second effort by the young man, and he'll take it over the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
Nice kick-out block there by the offensive line. As you're going to get a look here, trying to get a number. I'm sorry, that's a nice kick-out block by the fullback. Kicks it out. He's able to find the hole, and that's going to move it to 2nd and 6. Now your playbook opens up a little bit when you've got these type of situations.
Yeah, gain of 6 by Sistone up to the 28-yard line. We're to 2nd and 4. Come out in the offset eye, and they're going to give it once again. Now they're going to fake it, and coming out of there with the football is Dadich. Dadich has the first down and more, all the way up close to the 38-yard line. Good second effort and good scramble there by the senior Adam Dadich.
I'll tell you, Dadich tonight's kind of looking like Johnny Football as he eludes a tackle. Look right here. The D-end's like beaning down on him right now. He eludes him, breaks him right there. Spins out of another one right here, gets away from it, and manages to pick up enough yardage for the first down. He's done that several times tonight, extending the play with his legs.
Tyler Deegan, finally number 44, brought him down, but not before a Lake first down at their own 38-yard line. Pitch out wide. This is Sistone. Flag goes down. Sistone going to take first down all the way down to the 35-yard line, but there's a flag down, and that one's going to come back holding on the Blue Streaks.
And that's going to be about 5 yards deep in the backfield. That's going to bring up first and about 25, and that's a play that just shot the Blue Streaks in their foot, as they're going to lose about 40 yards total on that play.
Yeah, they got a nice run off the right side by Sistone, but that flag went down early in the backfield, and they are walking it off, and they're going to put the football back at the 24-yard line, where it'll be first and a bundle, 23 for the first down.
So instead of having it first in Jackson territory, you're looking at it first inside your own 25. But Lake has shown the ability to throw the football tonight.
I think both teams have shown that. They are a wide open group, and this isn't over by a long shot, 21-21. Dad is going to keep it, tries to find a hole on the left side, and there's nothing there. The right side of that Jackson defense jumps in quickly, led by number 51. That is Noah Denke.
To manage your household risk, call Van Nostrand Young & Associates. Give Van Nostrand Young & Associates a call at 330-497-1867 for all your insurance needs. Call Will Van Nostrand and see what Van can do for you.
Got big Will Canners in the middle of that defense for Jackson, 5'11", 260 pounds, as he now switches over to the right side.
New formation here from the Blue Streaks.
2nd and 24. Throw a little sideline pass out there to Sistone. He has it, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 14, but they got close to over half the yardage back right there. So they've got a manageable 3rd down here, 3rd and about 14 as you look in the Ferris Financial replay. Good job of rolling out. They find the man in the flats. He picks up a few yards after the catch. And now it's going to be interesting here. What kind of coverage is this Jackson Polar Bear defense going to go with? Are they going to rush 3, drop 8? Are they going to blitz some guys from different angles? You have a lot of different options when you're playing this 3-4, 3-5 defense that the Polar Bears have.
3rd and 14, coming up to the 9-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter at the Lake 34. Dadich looking, squares his shoulders, throws deep, has a man out there. It's caught for a first down, and another big play as coming down with the football is Jacob Myers.
Once again, the receiver just cuts right in front of the defender free, and it's easy to pick up a nice 35-yard pass play. Look at the quarterback. He's rolling to his left. I love what Dadich does here. He sets his feet, plenty of time to square the shoulders. Receiver cuts in front of the defensive back, able to pick up the ball and get inside Jackson territory.
Shane Ridgway with the tackle to save a touchdown. 1st and 10 for Lake down at the Polar Bear 30. Big play after big play in this football game. Goes to Sistone, and he is hit and stood up right at the line of scrimmage. May have a half a yard, but there was absolutely nothing there.
Joe, this is just the total opposite of what we saw from the Blue Streaks 3 weeks ago. They were not completing those passes. They weren't getting open week 1. But here you see Sistone pounding in the hole. Great job right there by the Jackson defensive line. And they've kind of taken away a little bit of the run game here from the Blue Streaks.
Have an injured player down there for Lake. I'm not sure if that is Sistone. I'm looking at number 25. Can't find him as he goes off the field. That may be Anthony Sistone, the senior.
It looks like he might have just got his bell rung there. They're going to check him. Might be a little bit of a neck injury. Checking all the extremities, making sure his feet are okay. He's got feeling in all of his joints and toes.
8:26 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson, you're watching the Big Time Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Next week, we've got Lake and McKinley coming up for you a week from tonight.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be a good game, too. They're locked in a battle. I know the Pups haven't won a game yet, but they're playing North Canton Hoover tonight, and at halftime, it's 14-13 Hoover's up. But that's a McKinley team that's got the most explosive player in Stark County in Eric Glover Williams, the most dangerous man in Stark County, making the move from quarterback to running back to receiver to slot back this year. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Bulldogs can do tonight against North Canton.
2nd and 10, no gain on that last play by Sistone. He's out of the football game right now. Josh Simpson in there right now. And they're going to keep it and take it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, once again, you're down into four down territory. You got 3 plays here to pick up about 6 yards. I look for them to roll the quarterback out, run the waggle into the flats, look for the back coming through the line, try to hit someone in the flats or in that deep post or a post corner.
Tyler Deegan on the play. defensively for Jackson. 3rd and 6, but this is 4-down territory for head coach Dan DeGeorge. Down at the Polar Bear 26 in a football game that is tied at 21.
Roll the quarterback to the right, see what he can do.
Dadich going to take it, throws over the middle, and good catch there. That's going to be at the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
That's the waggle right there. Send the back through the line, hit him out in the flats. He was going to be wide open. You could see with the coverage that Jackson was playing. Look right here. They're going to send him through the line. You see him just come out, right in the flats, makes a shoestring catch, just like we said they would do, right in the flats, picks it up, gets it inside the Polar Bear 10.
That was the sophomore, Joel Francis, with the shoe tap catch. Boy, that was right down at the laces, and he brought that one back. Jake Kemp comes up with the stop, but not before. They're down at the Polar Bear 3. Sestone, wide open into the end zone. Right off the right side, and I'm not sure he was touched.
No, that was just a great job there by the Lake offensive line, just opening up a huge hole against Jackson. I think, Joe, you and I could have probably walked through there.
Oh, maybe me.
Look at it. He goes through. He's untouched. Thank you. I'll get into the end zone.
There you go. You were an offensive lineman.
Offensive, defensive lineman, and fullback.
I don't think you were known for your quicks.
Bizarre, and some fullback in some bizarre situations.
27-21. Anderson's kick is up, and it is good, and it's 28-21 Lake with 7:19 to go in the third quarter. And the surprise continues here at Robert Fife Stadium.
Great job by the Blue Strings. They answered the bell. They got in a couple third down situations. Joe, let's think about it. This drive started at about their 26.
And they had a penalty.
They were looking at first and about 27. Pick up the first down, march the ball down the field, score the touchdown. Great job here by the Blue Strings to answer the call. And don't forget, folks, you want to watch the replay of this game or any game, you don't have to wait for it all the time on television. Oh, I missed it on TV. Download the Big Time Sports app. Go to Google Play, search for Big Time Sports Ohio, download the app. It's available currently for the Droid. I think we're at over 5,000 downloads right now. It's currently available for the Droid. Will be available later on this week for the iPhone. You can watch any Big Time Sports game anytime. You want to watch the Big Time Sports TV show? Download the app. You want to catch live scoreboard updates? We've got live scores from over 30 high school football games on the app, up to the minute scores. You don't have to wait till 1 in the morning for the scores. And after you leave your game on Friday nights, turn on Fox Sports 1350 and 6:40 a.m. We've got the Big Time Sports scoreboard show from 10 to midnight every Friday night.
Joey Board and Jake Kemp standing at the 10-yard line. They'll bring back this Quentin Anderson kick. And Lake leading right now 28-21. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot more points on that board before we close this one out. High end-over-end kick coming down the board at the 10-yard line. Right up the right side. Going to try and find a crease. And is going to be down at the 30-yard line where Jake Pilata and company will come on the field and try and answer this Lake touchdown.
I'll tell you what's interesting, Joe, is we've talked about how Lake's done it with special teams and their defense. They have yet to punt. Jackson's only punted one time so far. This Lake defense has forced Jackson to punt, and it's going to be interesting to see what Jackson can do here offensively. I think it shows what that non-league schedule for Lake has done. They may be 1-2, but playing that tough non-league schedule has prepared them for Federal League games like tonight.
Well, Jackson has beaten both those teams. They beat Green and they beat Akron East, two teams that Lake couldn't beat. Here we go. Handoff, Spradley. They go to Mr. Bread and Butter, and he takes it to the 36-yard line.
You can see a steady dose of Ricky Spradling tonight in the second half.
Let's watch it again. Pilata to Spradling. Boy, he had a hole on the left side, takes it to the right. Still gets himself 4 yards on its 2nd and 6. Moving clock down to 6:48 to go in the third quarter. Spradling again. This time they hit him, but he's going to have a yard or two, and that is all.
I like the little adjustment there on the defensive line from the Blue Streaks. It looks like they've moved their defensive tackles into 3 technique or B-gaps techniques, moved the inside backers to cover the A's, and kind of widen out their defensive line, trying to take away that off tackle.
Possession play here for Jackson on 3rd and 6 at their own 36. Pilata now hesitates, looks over at the sidelines below us, and has the play. Going to throw. So has a man out there. That's Kemp. And he has the first down and then gets about 3 or 4 yards off the catch. And that is what coaches love to see. Not satisfied with his initial gain. He spins and gets himself 3 or 4 more.
He gets those yak yards after the catch. Does a nice job, gets the catch, looks the ball in, and picks it up, gets it across the 45. Great heads-up play by Kemp. Showing a very good job tonight at wide receiver. Had a Bolitnikoff catch right before the end of the first half to tie the game up and makes a good possession catch there for the Polar Bears.
A lot of people looking at Kemp in college as a cornerback. He can catch the football. He can play wide out for some people. Going to fake the handoff to Ridgway, and Pilata's going to keep it for about 2.
Fake the jet there. I think that was a little bit of a read on that. Pilata decides to pull it out. Nothing there. Good job by that defensive line of the Lake Blue Streaks to squeeze it down and not get outside your lanes. A lot of times you see that quarterback hand it off. You tend to rush a little bit too much, get upfield way too much as a lineman. That time they do a nice job of staying in their lanes.
2nd and 8. Polar Bears chipping away here. Spradling, good cut to the outside. Good tackle, though. I'll tell you, Lake was right there to keep him from getting big yardage. And the guy that was there to bring him down was number 39. That's Clay Shreve.
You have to swarm tackle Ricky Spradling. He does such a great job of keeping his feet churning. Just when you think you've got him, he can twist and he can turn and he can power his way out of the tackle. But a nice one-on-one tackle there.
Going to go right back to Spradling to the near sidelines, and he has a first down. And it's going to be Spradling left, Spradling right, and Spradling up the middle as Jackson tries to get the equalizer here in the 3rd quarter.
Nice blocking there by junior wide receiver, kind of playing a little tight end sometimes. That's number 81, Austin McLean. He is 6'1", 175 pounds. Very physical blocker, very physical up front here for the Jackson Polar Bears.
Another first down for Jackson. Fake handoff. Pilata going to keep it, has a lot of space, going to try and cut it. Now moves back, throws, and has a man open. Boy, he was awful close to the line of scrimmage, but knew exactly where he was. Pulled it back and found his receiver down at the 36-yard line.
Jake Pilata does not look like a first-year starter right here. Tucks the ball on his hip, does a nice job of rolling up. He's actually going to back up here. He backs up, realizing he's close to the line of scrimmage. He plants that left foot, shuffles steps back, and throws a 7-yard dart downfield. That's a great heads-up play there by junior quarterback Jake Pilata.
Looked like Zach John was the guy that came down with it. 2nd and 3. Pilata going to keep it. And he has stood up and keeps on rolling and then hit again. But he's got the first down. He took a couple big pops, but kept it going and has the first down. He is a tough kid.
He is a very tough, physical kid, keeps his feet moving. The initial contact doesn't bring him down. I love this tenacious run here. Boom, you think you got him wrapped up? Nope. Pops forward and picks up another 3 yards. Great run there by Jake Pilata.
Boy, Shreve hit him first. He spun out of that and then had to be double teamed, but he's down to the 32 for another Jackson first down. Pilata going to throw. Has a man down there. That's Ridgway. Dives for the ball and can't come up with it.
Led him just a little bit too much, but great protection by the offensive line of this Jackson Polar Bear football team. I cannot say enough by the offensive line play out of both teams tonight, both Lake and Jackson.
Boy, Ridgway had a step on Champagne, dove for it in the end zone, couldn't come up with the catch.
Just led him a little bit too far in the Ferris Financial replay.
Stops the clock with 4:06 left to go in the 3rd. It's still 28-21 Lake on a 2nd and 10. Pilata, Spradling, got 3 maybe, right at the 30. Nose of the football will be inside the 30 as we come up to another key 3rd down play as the clock continues to move down. Jackson's had this ball for a long time.
Yeah, Lake managed to score pretty quickly. I think at about the 9:32 mark. Jackson here, I think they're inside 4 down territory when they're inside the 35.
No doubt about it on 3rd and 8. Pilata again, plenty of time, throws, has Ridgway wide open. And Ridgway goes down at the 16-yard line, another Polar Bear first down.
Great pre-snap read there by Jake Pilata. He had a man open early, but realized that Ridgway would break open later in the play because of how deep the safety was playing on him. He just breaks his route off a little bit, breaks it off at about 10. The corner's playing at about 15. Plenty of time to make the catch.
1st and 10 for the Polar Bears. Going to give it to the second man through. That is not That is not Ricky Spradling. That is number 33 for Jackson, getting a rare carry. And that is Nate Clark, the junior.
Short gain, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9, but you know, for this Jackson team, they can throw the ball, they can roll Pilata out. Pilata can run the football, they can run a player on the jet. I like what I'm seeing out of this Jackson offense.
Second and 8, ball to 14. Pilata going to keep it, spins to the 10. Lowers his shoulders and takes people with him all the way down close to the 5.
Great blocking there by the left side of the offensive line. They seal back, they block down so well, working at second level. They wash that entire side of the left side down. You run it up in the middle, nothing there. He does a great job of bouncing at the outside. Watch this left side of the offensive line. Just wash everything down. Big number 73. That's big number 73. Trying to get his name right here. Alex Pearsall.
Pilata in trouble. Squares, throws, and throws it right at the feet of his receiver, right at the goal line.
Pass intended for number 27, Zach John.
But a good job there by the offensive line, once again, giving him time to throw.
That was Zach John that was open momentarily, but that is a tough throw for Pilata, rolling left, trying to square up his shoulders. Couldn't get it there on 2nd and 5 at 2:28 left to go in the 3rd.
Well, here's where your secondary can get a little bit tighter because there just isn't as much yardage to cover. They've only got to cover right now about 10 yards. You don't want to cover it too deep in the end zone. They're just going to catch the touchdown.
Pilata going to keep it. 5, 3, and that is it. As he rolled to the left side and takes it down close to the 3.
You're going to take a look at it again. Just a straight quarterback draw. Gets a good lead block here. Backside guard tackle pull. And he manages to pick up 3 yards. Going to bring it up 3rd and about 3.5.
Ricky Spradley, number 24, on the sidelines. I'm not sure if he's banged up a little bit or what. But they've got number 33 now in that backfield. That is Nate Clark, the junior, 164.
I think this big offensive line for Jackson is just starting to wear Lake down.
Going to give it to Clark. And he bolts down close to the end zone. And is he in, or is it a loose football? What happened down
Fumble.
there? They are piling up down there 2 or 3 yards deep into the end zone.
It looks like they've got him marked short. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Jackson.
Appeared to be a fumble on the play recovered by the Polar Bears.
That was a fumble, and Jackson recovered. We have an injured Lake player.
That might have been Ridgeway.
2 yards deep. Let's stay here and watch and see exactly what happened. Boy, there was a mad scramble.
He gets jacked right there. Ball pops loose.
Boy, it sure did, and he wasn't in. That ball popped loose. And Jackson recovered it. Nate Clark, number 33. Let's watch it pop right here. Good sideline view. And that football is up for grabs. And fortunately, if you're a Jackson fan, they come up with it.
Michael Ross.
Number 78 getting the touchdown.
That is Mike Ross, the big senior at 6'3", 310 pounds.
Congratulations, offensive lineman, getting the touchdown.
And at 310, once he got his hands on the football, I think he was going to keep it.
No, and to quote Charlie Jones, like a hobo on a ham sandwich.
You got it. He was a hungry man. There you take a look at him, big number 78. He'll remember that one his whole life.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to start out. It's going to start out tonight as a fumble recovery in the end zone. Give it 2 or 3 years, and he will have ran 55 yards, breaking away for people for that touchdown.
By that 25-year reunion, he's going to be taking it the distance from about 30.
Oh, it's going to be even more. He's on broken tackles. The NFL recruits were looking at him. You never know what can happen.
28-27, and thankfully for Lake, jumping up is Quentin Anderson. Glad that young man is okay, limping on that right leg. He went down in the end zone in that wild scramble for the loose football, and he's the late kicker, so they can ill afford to lose him.
See if Jackson has any type of fakes off this muddle huddle. Sometimes you'll see a side snap to the up man.
Number 3.
And now they'll come over and set it.
Is the center. Number 2, Shane Ridgeway is your holder. 45, Charlie Costin.
Charlie Costin, number 45, will kick it from the 10 for the extra point that could tie this football game up. Good snap, good hold, and it is blocked and picked up.
Off. You can take that.
Score. Lake can score right here, I think, can't they? No, they're not good. I thought they could score.
I thought they could too.
I thought they could pick it up and go, but no.
27.
College football, you can do that.
I guess in high school it's blown dead.
I thought they could pick it up and score.
I thought they could get a safety off that.
They blow it dead on the block kick, and it remains a 1-point Lake lead at 28-27.
So far tonight, special teams have been very special for both teams, and that's where Lake's winning the ball game. They haven't won the defensive battle. Offensively, they moved the football, but their special teams, it's the little things, the little details that have made the difference so far in the game for the Blue Streaks. And if you're looking for a great place to watch the game, stop in at Roosters. It's a fun, casual family joint with wings, subs, burgers, salads, pizzas, and more, located at 4335. A great place to go before, during, or after the game. That's Roosters. And when you stop in, tell Sean and the girls Big Time Sports sent you.
Well, Lake gives up the touchdown, but they block the extra point by Costin. And it's still 28-27 Lake with 1:41 left to go in the third quarter. Costin with the kick, and that is a boomer. And that's going to, did it go out of bounds? Yes, it did.
Yep.
Boy, that was a tough angle. Had an official right down there as Sistone watched that one out of bounds, and they're going to say it was out at the 3, and that's going to cost Jackson field position.
Nice job by the officiating crew tonight. Done a very good job of controlling the game. A veteran officiating crew tonight has done an excellent job. And don't forget, you can watch all Big Time Sports games when you download the Big Time Sports app. Go to Google Play, search for Big Time Sports Ohio, download the app, get live updated scores from over 30 high school games. We have our weekly Pick'em game. Go on there, see if you can win the gift certificate every week, and watch all the games available now for the Droid and Thursday for the iPhone.
So Adam Dadich brings the Blue Streaks back out on the field, up by a point. Flag goes down. That's going to be a penalty, I believe, on Lake, as that came
Anthony Sistone on the run.
From referee Ron DeCellis.
This will be the second drive in a row that the Lake Blue Streaks have started out with a penalty, and pretty much in the same position again.
That's holding, and it's on Lake, and it'll cost him.
And that's a spot foul, so you're going to be looking at first and about 25 again. They managed to dig themselves out of the hole last time. Can they do it again?
1 minute 35 seconds left in the third, as Jackson now trying to dig in on defense. Lake, on the other hand, they would just love to have a long, time-consuming drive and lengthen this 1-point lead. Clock moving down to 1:26 left to go in the third. Sistone, big hole. And he's going to take it to the 32-yard line and got a big chunk of that right back.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 9 yards of it. It's going to bring up a second, manageable, second about 13, just like we saw last possession. As you take a look here for the Ferris Financial replay, nice job there by the offensive line. Sistone showing a good burst. And good job there by the Polar Bears, getting a lot of helmet on the ball.
Less than a minute now left in the third quarter as Lake brings it out 2nd and 13 at their own 32. Keeper right there to the 35. Short yardage. Ricky Spradling now back out there on defense. Did not see him much on that last offensive series for Jackson, but number 24 back at safety now for the Polar Bears. And they need him on a 3rd and 10 on what should be the final play of the third quarter.
Jackson's had success, or Lake's both teams have had success throwing the ball.
They sure have.
Lake, when they roll their quarterback out.
Champagne flanked out the lower part of your screen, number 12, and they blow it dead. And a timeout to Lake. Wow, with 5 seconds left in the third quarter, Dan DeGeorge calls a timeout with Lake up on top, 28-27. A reminder, next week we'll be at back over at Lake, I think. Is that at McKinley or at Lake?
Not quite sure. That's the Lake McKinley game.
That's our Lake McKinley
game. Starting at 3 o'clock.
I think I heard from the truck it's at Lake.
It's at Lake?
Oh, yeah, they know everything down there.
Oh, yeah, the guys at Image.
Smart group.
And we're lucky, man. We get to work with Image Video every week. They do an excellent job. We get to travel to all the great high school stadiums around Stark County. We'll get our first look at the McKinley Bulldogs. Just an awesome chance here as you look at the Firehouse Grill and Pub fan cam. You see them waving to the crowd. Everyone wants to wave the crowd. Somebody there's checking out their Big Time Sports app on their phone, trying to get all the scores, maybe watching a game from last week. Stop into the Firehouse Grill and Pub. They've got many local locations. They got the best steak in 3 counties. That's the Eli, and they've got the Dollar Burger every day.
Dadich back out after talking with his head coach, Dan DeGeorge. Takes a look at that Polar Bear defense on 3rd and 10 of his own 35. Going to throw for it. In trouble. And down he goes as the Bear defense sacks him back at the 30.
That time, Jackson's defense stepped up to the bell, made the big play. Quarterback couldn't get away, get the big sack, and that'll bring up the punt here to start the 4th quarter as you take a look at the Mount Hope defensive play.
That was Jamin Thompson, the senior, 182 at 6 feet, was in there, number 22. We have 12 minutes left to play at Robert Fife Stadium. 28-27 Lake. We're back after this.
We're celebrating our 40th year at the newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
There for you, care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. There for you, care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
My name is Anthony McCartney.
I'm Laurel Weir.
Lois McElrath.
Julia Bell.
I'm a pioneer.
On the field, as in life, teamwork makes all the difference. Today, these kids are learning the fundamentals they can use anywhere, supporting one another and inspiring each other to go farther together. This is what All Care does best, working as a team with your doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies to give you the tools to help you reach your personal health care goals. With All Care, you'll always have a winning team working for you.
This is a new car. This is an AutoNation car. What's the difference? Based on Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people paid less for their cars at AutoNation. In fact, we're so confident in our low prices, every AutoNation vehicle comes with a money-back guarantee. So where would you buy? I thought so.
Who you gonna call? AutoNation!
For the store and savings near you, visit AutoNation.com.
Fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
We've got 12 minutes of football left here at Robert Fife Stadium, 28-27 Lake. And that ball is nearly blocked. And let's watch the bounce. Ricky Spradling back there. He's going to stay away from it. And Lake is going to down it at the 38-yard line. So let's see what they can do with it. As Jake Pilata, who's been at quarterback all game long, the junior, is going to bring him out and see what he can do to get Jackson out in front in a big football game. Jackson right now at 3-0. Lake would get back to 500 at 2-2. It would be a big, big win for them to start off Federal League play.
Well, Lake has only stopped Jackson once, forcing the punt just once so far this game. And right now, Jackson is owning the line of scrimmage.
Sprattling back in there, and he's going to get the – now Pilata's going to keep it. Can he turn the corner? And tries to run over a couple people, and he does.
Big first down play. Now you're looking at 2nd and 5. Open the playbook up a little bit. Run pass option. Pilata does a nice job of stretching the play out. Manages to square his shoulders upfield. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a leg cramp there for the Polar Bears.
Also coming up limping is number 78. That's Mike Ross. Let's watch it again. Good fake to Spradling. Everybody comes to the football, and Pilata is going to keep it. Boy, everybody thought Spradling had it. And Pilata rolled left and got some yardage.
Well, you've got to respect Ricky Spradling so much. The DN there did a nice job of keeping his outside arm free. He just couldn't fight well enough to make the tackle. But once again, you've got to respect
I think that's Jake Pilata with the cramps. They're giving him some water over there. Now, Jake is going to take a lot to get him out of the football game. I want to tell you that right now. Well, he's going to want to stay in there.
Well, he's only got to come out for one play. We saw him last year come in for 2 or 3 plays when we did the Youngstown Ursuline game here. We've got 11:36 to go on your Auto Ford Nation scoreboard. Joe, this has turned into just a typical Federal League football game.
Well, the guy that would come in if Pilata can't go is another senior. That's Matt Kelly, 6'2", 185. They're still working on Pilata's cramp across the way.
And at Big Time Sports, we'd like to thank the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. They're out there every day in some godforsaken country that most people can't even pick out on a map, defending our freedom so that we have the ability to come here on Friday nights and bringing you high school football games so that these young men can play football and you can sit at your homes and have a little bit of distraction from the real world. But all the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, all of our first responders, we just want to say thank you from Big Time Sports.
Well, as a teacher in the Stark County Public Schools, it's up to you for those young men to teach them where to pick out those godforsaken countries.
Well, and we do.
Hope you're doing your job.
Oh, we do. We show them where they are on the map. Geography is still taught.
Just wanted to make sure. 2nd and 5. Kelly is the quarterback, the senior. Spradling with the handoff. And Ricky is hit, short gain, spin around, and down he goes after maybe a yard at most.
And you saw right there, Lake automatically jumped right into their goal line defense. Brand new quarterback coming into the game. You know it's going to be a handoff to Spradling. Drop into your goal line defense, and let's see if you can stuff him at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. They are not in 4-down territory, so this is a big play in this football game as we come down to 11 minutes left to go. Pilata out with cramps. They're working on him right below us. Matt Kelly now in at quarterback. He's going to throw for it. Rolling, throws, and it is caught by Kemp for a first down. Kemp on the second effort takes it down to the 43-yard line on a good throw by Kelly and another good catch by Jake Kemp.
Great job there by the backup quarterback. Comes in, rolls to his right. Look at him. Sets his feet, throws a nice strike right down the middle, makes a great catch. DB's just a half step slow.
Jake Kemp has been a primary receiver tonight for the Polar Bears. Kelly again. Spradling going to cut it to the left. He's at the 40. To the sideline, still on his feet at the 35, at the 30, and run out of bounds on another big play by the Jackson Polar Bears.
Ricky Spradling does a nice job on bounce plays. This makes him even more dangerous. His speed, his ability to change direction, to run north, south, east, and west. This is supposed to hit inside, but he realizes no hole there. He bounces it to the outside when the edge isn't set, breaks a tackle, picks up his foot. Guy loses a helmet. He manages to pick up another 15 yards. That's what makes him such a dangerous high school running back.
That was Chase Champagne that dove and lost his helmet. Another first down. Polar Bears at the 27. And this is Spradling again for short yardage, maybe 2 or 3. And they're going to spot the ball down at the 20, almost the 25-yard line. And here comes Jake Pilata back in the game. And Matt Kelly gets a good hand from this Polar Bear crowd below us. He did a good job.
But once again, though, you know, he only picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards, but he always picks up positive yards. He's always moving forward.
Now let's watch Pilata. Hopefully those cramps are gone for the rest of the night. 9:52 left to go. Pilata right back to throw it. Over the middle, has a man out there, and it's picked off and intercepted. Down inside the 10-yard line at the 7. Polar Bears picked off, and Lake has a big turnover in this football game.
Only second turnover of the game. Looks like number 3 with the interception here on the Papa Bears big play replay. Pilata steps in, throws it. That time just leaping in front is number 3 for the Lake Blue Streaks. That's Nick Brunner, who I believe also recovered the onside, well, not onside kick, but the muff kick that went to the Blue Streaks.
Well, right now it is nail-biting time here at Jackson if you're a Polar Bear fan. 28-27. 9:46 left to go in the game, and Lake has it at their own 7. and they're going to try and run some time here.
Well, they're going to look to run some time, and they want to try to pick up. And I always look at it this way. As a coach, I wanted to pick up at least one first down here. Get yourself out to around the 20, so if you do have to punt, you don't have your back to your own end zone as much.
Every play huge right now in this football game as we wind it down to 9:23 left to go. 2nd and 8. Lake at their own 9-yard line.
Right now, if you're Lake, you want to snap that ball every time under 5 seconds. When that official puts his hand up, that's when you want to look to snap the football.
Going to run that little jet sweep, and they'll take it to the just over the 10-yard line, and that is all. So you talk about a big play in a football game. This is it right here. 3rd and long for Lake. Every first down is probably worth a couple of minutes to them, wouldn't you think, Troy?
Yeah, but they're snapping the ball with 7 or 8 seconds left on the play clock instead of 2 or 3 seconds on the play clock.
3rd and 7. Ball just over the 10-yard line.
See if they put the ball up in the air.
They have to get it just over the 18 for the first down.
Run that waggle pass out into the flats again.
Rolling, looking. Has a man wide open. It's Champagne. He has it. Champagne breaks a tackle. Look out. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. One man to beat, and they drag him down at the 18 on another big play by the Lake Blue Streaks.
Joe, that was a busted waggle play. They did a great job. Jackson adjusted to it. They tackle the fullback as he goes to the line of scrimmage. They tackle him. He's nothing there. Look at it. He wants to look into the flats. The defense for Jackson tackles him. He's got no one else to low. Slings it down to the field to his third option. Champagne beats one man, but he can't beat the last one, and he takes it down inside the 20, and looks like we've got an injured Lake Blue Streak at the other end of the field.
I'll tell you, that was Jamin Thompson, number 22, that ran down Champagne and prevented the big touchdown. And that may be a game saver if Jackson can dig in and hold him right here with 8:14 left to go in the football game. But they had him buried. They had it 3rd and 8. But Lake, give them credit, they threw the football. They could have run it and maybe used up some time, but they threw it and got a big play.
Well, how many times has Lake done that tonight? They've answered the bell repeatedly. Every single time it looks like they're about to break, they just keep answering, and they make big play after big play after big play on the road, Joe. This isn't at Lake Blue Streak Stadium. This is on the road at Jackson.
Well, Champagne had himself wide open, broke a tackle, and then Jamin Thompson was the guy that finally ran him down. So here we go, 28-27, 8:14 left to go. And you would expect nothing less in Federal League football coming into week number 4.
Who's that injured there for the Blue Streaks? Trying to...
Taking up on the play, quarterback number 5, Adam Dadich.
Well, that's Dadich, the quarterback. He's going to have to come out for a few plays, Joe.
And that could be big. Adam Dadich, the senior quarterback, 2-year starter, coming off the field.
Well, Lake's got a pretty good kicker. They've got to get the ball down to about the 10 or 11 yard line for him to have a pretty good shot at a field goal.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're Lake, you're not thinking
no,
field
you
goal.
want to get it. You want to get a touchdown.
I mean, you can put some put a lot of damage on that board if you can take it into the end zone right here as the clock moving under 8 minutes to go. Fumble on the play. And coming up with the football, that is Adam Leonte, number 13.
And I think Adam Leonte did a nice job there, came in as a backup, fumbled the snap, but gathered it up and still managed to pick up 2 yards.
Well, that's the one thing you worry about, bringing another quarterback in that hasn't taken a snap or touched a football all night.
And Dadich is coming back in the game.
Yeah, Lake fortunate to come up with the football as we come under 7.5 to go. 2nd and 8. For Lake at the Polar Bear 18. Dadich, and a big hit there on Sestone. Down he goes.
Well, now you're looking at that 3rd and 7 situation. Lake has had success here. You look at the big Mount Hope defensive play. The success that Lake has had on this is throwing it into the flats. They like to run that waggle play where they send the fullback through the line of scrimmage. Jackson made the adjustment of tackling the fullback as he went through, which you can do. They ran a play fake to him. That takes away the flag. The last time they hit Champagne on the deep post. It'll be interesting they try some type of trips formation here to free somebody up.
That was C.J. Davis, the senior linebacker that popped him. but we are down to about 6.5 to go, and Lake's going to talk it over. They call time with 6:36 left to go. 28-27 Blue Streaks. They'll have it 3rd and 8 when we come back. We're going to take a break here on Big Time Sports and come back to Robert Fife Stadium right after this.
Ferris Toyota is driving down the prices during our summer drive sale. Hi, this is Pat Ferris. Lease a new Toyota Corolla for just $139 a month. Camrys for $159, RAV4s for $169, and Priuses for $199. And every lease includes 24 months of no-cost maintenance. Toyota even has 0% financing on 12 different models to make it even better. Ferris Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Omni Orthopedics is proud to announce their award-winning team now includes 16 of the very best doctors in their field. Since 1996, Omni Orthopedics has helped patients in Stark and Tuscarawas counties with issues involving the foot and ankle, hand and upper extremity, joint, neck, spine, trauma, and sports medicine with the finest physicians, staff, and medical equipment available. To learn more about Omni Orthopedics' world-class care, medical complex, or for contact information, visit online at omniortho.com.
We're really all you need. CSE.
CSE is delighted to help bring you the very best in local high school sports. Our CSE family serves the community with sound financial products and services. We understand the importance of family, community, and financial stability. When you're looking for a financial friend, you need look no further than CSE Federal Credit Union.
CSE. We're really all you need. CSE.
Tell me, are you confident in your financial game plan? I'm Matt Ferris, president of Ferris Financial. If you're like most people, you've probably spent a lot of time talking about getting your financial affairs in order, but for some reason, the game plan has never come together. At Ferris Financial, we're here to help you solidify your personal, business, and estate planning goals so we can build a winning game plan together and help you achieve peace of mind. Call us at 330-321-1413. Ferris Financial, helping you plan, protect, and prosper.
The trust is high. Roll the film, let's see why.
I got approved. It was a great deal for the car. I came to JD Byrider the same day I left with the car.
I was approved, and I've been happy ever since.
JD Byrider is a great place to go. Whether your credit's good, bad, they'll work with anybody.
I got the green light.
You could get the green light at gojdv.com.
JD Byrider.
It's the way to go.
3rd and 8 for Lake. Dadich going to throw. In trouble. Throws and incomplete down at the 11-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th and 8 and decision time for Dan DeGeorge.
Oh, you got to go for it.
Pressuring quarterback on the play, number 50.
Well, a field goal would give him some breathing room. Force Jackson to score a touchdown. So what are they going to do?
Well, I don't think they're kicker. I think you got to get down to about the 11 or 12 to try the field goal. I roll my quarterback out to the wide side of the field, even though it's to the left side. Dadich has shown the ability to roll left and create.
Well, one of the biggest plays in the football game right here. 4th and 8 for Lake at the Polar Bear 18. Dadich going to throw. Here comes the heat, and down he goes. Another sack for the Polar Bear defense. And coming in to make the play for Jackson, number 44, Tyler Deegan.
Once again, the Jackson Polar Bear defense answers the call. They step up, make a Mount Hope defensive play as they just swarm him down at the line of scrimmage.
Noah Danke also there, 51. They combined on the hit, but they were bringing everybody at Dadich. They had to get him, and they got him. And now Jackson at their own 20-yard line with plenty of time to take the lead in this football game with 6:25 left to go.
And I was watching warm-ups. Jackson has a kicker who's good from 40.
He can boom them. And that is a weapon that a lot of people don't have.
Fake the bubble go.
Pilata now going to try and break out of there. And it is hit right at the 21-yard line, and boom, and a flag goes down. That could be a penalty on Lake, and the Lake sidelines are irate if that's going to be on the Blue Streaks. Unnecessary roughness? Let's wait and see.
Wow, and Lake gets hit again. I think this is their third or fourth penalty here in the second half after only having one at halftime.
That's what it is.
Huge pickup there with the flag.
I'll tell you
for
what,
the Jackson Polar Bears.
They had Pilata, and they used a little bit too much force after they had him. Watch this, Troy.
Well, they get him right about here. They wrap him up, and they tackle him.
Oh,
and right there,
it
that
is.
last
Yep.
shot by number 2.
Yeah, I think everything was okay until Alex Massillon jumped on the pile, and that's where the problems came. Ball now up at the 36.
And that dug Jackson out of a big hole.
24, Ricky
Spradling now trying to get up, and they're holding him down, and tempers flaring out there right now.
We got to remember, this has become a big rivalry in most sports between Lake and Jackson. Lake has ended Jackson's tournament run last year in basketball. These teams battle every year in football. Lake and Jackson have battled for the Federal League Championship the last couple of years in basketball. And this has really turned into a bit of a rivalry.
2nd and 9 at the 37. Big possession here for Jake Pilata and the Polar Bears. Here comes the heat. They throw it, and it is caught by Ridgway for a first down.
Nice catch again by Ridgway right around the first down marker.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Pilata felt the heat, and he showed some composure getting that one away. Watch him coming from everywhere here, Troy.
They bring some heat from the backside, but Pilata does a nice job of rolling. He does not play like a first-year starting quarterback. He shows good poise in the pocket, and he shows a lot of confidence.
Champagne was the guy that brought Ridgway down, but you got a couple go-to guys in Ridgway and Jake Kemp. And out of the backfield, we haven't seen much of Isaiah Weaver lately, but he's another threat that they can bring out of the backfield.
Well, they can run the wheel route to him, I feel, at any time and get him open. But a good job here by the Jackson training staff. There have been some cramps tonight. Mr. Netzel, their head trainer here, has done a nice job of getting the players back out on the field. He also serves as their head girls track coach for the Jackson Polar Bears, and they've done a nice job. Got to thank everybody up here in the Jackson press box. Once again, they have everything ready for us. They've got stats. They've got refreshments for us, and it's always a great trip here when you come to Robert Fife Stadium with the Jackson Polar Bears.
Ball at the Jackson 46. They have it 1st and 10 with a moving clock. Spradling looking for a hole. Down he goes, but he picks up a good 5-6 yards.
And they just stay right on time. They're just staying right in the rhythm. Pick up 3, 4, 5 yards, pick up 3 yards, first down. 5 yards, pass, boom. They just keep moving the ball here on the Ferris Financial replay.
There's Spradling. You got the feeling this is a do-or-die drive for the Polar Bears. They're putting everything on the line right here. 2nd and 4 at the 48.
Whoa.
Bad snap. They come up with it, and that's going to cost somebody some yardage.
False start.
That'll cost the Polar Bears 5 yards. This officiating crew has been right on top of things tonight. Referee Ron DeCellis, umpire Brian Miller, Mike Harris, the linesman, Joel Weisel, the line judge, Gary Wills, the back judge. And right now, things getting tense out there. A little pushing, a little shoving. Everybody trying to keep their composure with 4.5 minutes to go in the football game. 2nd and 9 for the Polar Bears. Pilata to Spradling. And Ricky, with a little stutter step, gets it back to the 48-yard line.
He just keeps picking up yardage, even though Jackson kind of dropped, or Lake trying to dropped into their goal line defense. Still picks up 5 yards. And now they're looking at 3rd and 4. And Joe, it's 4 down. I think it's 4 down territory.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way Jackson's going to give up the football on a punt. They're going to take it. They only got 4 minutes left in the game. I mean, they got to get it down there with a chance to win it with a field goal. Or better yet, if you're a Jackson fan, into the end zone. 3rd and 4.
They got to go about 25 more yards.
Kemp comes in motion. Going to give it to Ricky Spradling again, and he dives. He's going to be short of the first down.
I'll be interested if Lake tries to stem their defense a little bit, shift some linemen, try to pull this Jackson offense into a false start.
Well, here we go. Going to have a timeout. I think you got an injured player out there for Lake. Could be another cramp.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be 4th, and it's going to be almost 2 yards.
If I'm Lake, I might stem my defense here, try to get one of those linemen to jump off sides. If you're Jackson, maybe go with a good hard snap count, try to pull this Lake defense off sides. Don't forget to download the Big Time Sports app, up-to-the-minute scores. We've got games are uploaded on the Big Time Sports app. It's available currently for the Droid. Go to the Google Store, download, look for Big Time Sports Ohio, download the app. And Joe, you got a little radio show going on every week.
Every day from 3 to 6, we talk local high school, college, and pro sports all over northeastern Ohio on Fox Sports 1350.
And our Friday night scoreboard show that can be heard simulblast on 1350 a.m. and 640 a.m. from 10 to midnight.
And you're going to be heading over there as soon as we sign off tonight, maybe before. Okay, here we go. 4th and closer to 2, really, than 1. They've got to get it down to the 44-yard line, and here we go. Could be the play of the game right now on 4th and 1.
Go with a good hard snap count here.
Man to man, let's see what they do. Does Pilata keep it or Ricky Spradley? Spradley going to have the first down.
24, Ricky Spradley picks up a Polar Bear first.
They just keep marching right along.
I'll tell you what, great eyes for Spradling. There was nothing off the right side, and he cut it to the outside, and that's what saved the Polar Bears. If he takes it up the middle, I'm not sure he's going to get it.
Spradley shows that ability to bounce.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 41. Pilata putting a throw for it.
Got a man open.
Got a man that's
wide open.
Ridgeway into the 5-yard line and out of bounds. He beat a couple of Lake Blue Streaks, and Pilata put it right on the money on a huge play.
Once again, the Jackson Polar Bears, the arms of Jake Pilata, finds a wide open man downfield. Plenty of time to throw. Pilata, a little bit of a play flake, 3-step drop, puts it up in the air. Man wide open, easy catch, and goes out of bounds at the 3.
Handoff. That is Ricky Spradling. Is he in? He is in. Touchdown, Jackson. Oh, what a series of plays for the Polar Bears.
Great job here by Jackson answering. Now you're down, going to be down 5. You got to go for 2 on this one.
You would think. Boy, they had it 4th and a long yard, and then they come back after the first down and hit the big play from Pilata to Shane Ridgeway.
Jake Pilata's arm has come up big tonight. They might want to put this ball on the hash to run the 2-point conversion play.
Bo Balderson out there telling everybody exactly where he wants the placement of the football, as the Polar Bears are going to go for 2, up 5 right now at 33-28.
Polar Bears will keep the offense on the field.
Well, you still got a lot of time left. I mean, 3 minutes and 1 second.
Plenty of time.
Let's see what they come up with. They're going to run it, and
reverse.
Let's see if they can get a block out there. And they're going to be in for the 2 points.
Great 2-point conversion play by the Jackson Polar Bears. And
that was Shane Ridgeway that came around and got it. Jake Pilata with a great block to free up Ridgeway, and it's 2 points, and it's 35-28 Bears, and we got another injured Lake Blue Streak. Let's watch it again.
Little razzle-dazzle here. Just flips it back to him. Good pickup block right there.
Oh, great block by Pilata, and then Ridgeway kind of smelled that end zone and dove in for the 2 points, which are huge, Troy.
Great job there, good execution.
Watch the block here coming up right at the middle of the screen. There's one, look at that.
I think that's why we got the injured player down. That was a nice block right after the flip.
You could put some maple syrup on that one.
Get out for the pancakes. But a great execution there by the Jackson Polar Bears as they take a 7-point lead with 3:01 to go on your Auto Ford Nation scoreboard. Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Stop in at Auto Nation, located at 5900 Whipple Avenue in North Canton. Go in and talk to Brian Wynn. Great pricing with great service. Give them a call at 330-238-3206. That's Auto Nation. Don't forget to stick around for the Altman Alt Care Wrap-Up Report. That's the Altman Alt Care Wrap-Up Report, brought to you every week by Altman and Alt Care. We'll have all the stats, including our player of the game, on the Altman Alt Care Wrap-Up Report.
Well, we still have 3 minutes and 1 second, and the way this game has gone, I'm not sure we're through with big plays or not.
No, not a lot of defense being played tonight.
Well, you know one thing, Lake's going to have to take it to the house.
And Lake's shown the ability. I mean, they've shown the ability to throw the football. They've got broken plays that have gone for 50, 60-yard pass plays.
Back to receive for Lake, number 25.
Costin has it teed up at the 40.
Joel Francis.
And for Dan DeGeorge, he sends back Anthony Sistone and Joel Francis, the senior and the sophomore. And they're back at the 6-yard line, hoping for one more big play for the Blue Streaks. Costin to Sistone. Is he down? He is. He fell down and downs it right there at the 11.
Special teams that Jackson's won tonight. Special teams that Lake has won so far tonight. They don't do it there. Chance for a good return to get out to about the 25 or 30. And now they've got to go 90 yards in 2:59 to tie this game up.
Well, defensively for Jackson, they got Ridgway. They've got Ricky Spradling. They've got Jake Kemp. And they also have Brandon O'Neill. Those are the guys that are going to have the pressure on them. That's the secondary for Jackson. Let's see if they come up with a big play. Meanwhile, Adam Dadich says, hey, I've got more big plays in store for you. Look out, here he comes. Throwing and scrambles away, in trouble.
Got a man open.
Throws, has Champagne, and he's got it out of bounds. And you don't need any flags there if you're Jackson. That was Brandon O'Neill, the senior, who pushed him out of bounds.
Dadich does a nice job creating. I don't know why Lake's going lightning here. They can huddle up because he was knocked out of bounds. I don't know why maybe they feel they got Jackson on their heels.
First down at the 24, 2:50 left to go. Another throw out there, picked off and dropped. Oh, that was the game right there. And that was Jamin Thompson, number 22, that had it and then dropped it.
And I think he realized his eyes got too big. He started to run before he caught it. He got looked up all the way in. That could have been the ball game right there. Dadich rolling out. He was looking for the end zone. His eyes just got too big. He's got to reel it in.
They were trying to find Sistone out there. Underthrown, and Thompson almost picked it off.
I'll tell you what, Joe, before the game, talking to some of the Jackson fans, are like, this is going to be a running clock game. Jackson's got this by 30 or 40.
No, I didn't hear that.
You know, I did talking to some of them earlier, but it is amazing how the Lake Blue Streaks have answered the bell.
Not over yet. Dadich in trouble, throwing deep, and it knocked away. What a play by Ricky Spradling.
Great play by Ricky Spradling.
You talk about his offense. How about that defense? He left his feet, knocked it away. Let's watch it again.
He does what a competitor and a winner does. He comes up and makes the big play. This could have been a touchdown there, but he does a nice job knocking the ball down, takes down the offensive player with him. Great play there by Ricky Spradling. We got a flag down.
Got a flag back down at the 20-yard line. Are they roughing the passer? Let's see. Let's watch Ron DeChellis right here. That's what it is.
Oh, that is not what you want to see if you're a Jackson Polar Bear. It's been a really, Joe, for the most part, this has been a pretty clean game.
Well, right now, players on both teams have to keep your composure. Every play is huge right here with 2:40 left to go. 35-28 Jackson, 1st and 10 for Lake. Their own 39. Dadich throws sidelines and over the outstretched arms of the receiver. And the guy they were trying to find over there was number 9. That's Jake Myers.
Well, you got to know where Chase Champagne is in these situations. And you've got to contain Dadich. Dadich is great at improvising when he breaks the pocket. He breaks off his normal play. He rolls a little bit. That's when the receivers break out the routes. And that's when Dadich becomes so dangerous.
Boy, if you're a Lake fan, you're thinking there's not much time left. If you're a Jackson fan, you're wondering there's too much time left. Everybody looking at that clock right now on 2nd and 10. Dadich, deep drop, has room, throws it deep, and that's going to be picked off and dropped. Oh my.
Wow.
Jake Kemp had the ball in his hands like a center fielder in baseball and couldn't make the catch.
Just again, Lake has a chance to end it. And Lake's going to get another opportunity here. Good protection. Dadich rolls. He just heaves that up like throwing a javelin in the air, and they just can't wheel it in.
Well, that is the second pass that was nearly intercepted by the Polar Bears, and that has given Lake life twice here in the later stages of this football game. You still got 3rd and 10 at the 39. And here we go. Everybody on their feet here at Robert Fife Stadium. Nobody sitting down. Dadich over the middle and intercepted. This time the Polar Bears have it, and it's Tyler Deegan, the senior linebacker, that has the football, and that might be the football game.
Great job there by the Jackson Polar Bear defense. They come up big. They finally get that interception. As you look here at Tyler Deegan on a big Mount Hope defensive play. Dadich tries to throw the dart. Right there he is to make the play. Good job of just going down to the ground, containing it. And right now, Jackson's just got to kill 2:19. I think Lake still has 1 or 2 of their timeouts. But I think you're going to see a steady dose of Ricky Spradling right now, Joe.
Well, either Spradling or Pilata. I'm not sure if you risk any type of handoffs. Maybe you just let Jake Pilata take it. Now here's Spradling. And the senior all the way down to the 45-yard line.
You're going to Ricky Spradling on these plays. Maybe Ricky 2 or 3 times and then let Jake pop it out. You want to try to keep it. You want to stay in bounds, keep that clock running, snap the ball at under 5 seconds every play.
There you take a look at number 44. That is Tyler Deegan, 6'2", 215, and a senior. One of the biggest plays he'll ever make. 2nd and 7. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this football game, and it has been a beauty. Spradling, right side, short yardage, but just hang on to the football if you're a Polar Bear.
And Lake's going to call a timeout.
Tackle the play by number 2, Alex Massillon.
And now Spradling gets up, and he's limping on maybe a cramp. He was out for a while and then came back in. I'm not sure if it was cramps or what happened to Ricky, but he was out for a series, came back in, and now they may have to get him out of there with cramps with 1:34 left to go in the football game. And it is 3rd and 5 for Jackson at the Blue Streak 43. And this is 2-down territory. I'd be shocked if they don't, if they try and give it back to Lake.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give it back to him. No, you got 2 downs to get it.
Although, I'll tell you what, if you don't make it on 4th, you give them excellent field position.
Yeah, but you got 2 plays to get it. If you don't, they only got the ball at the 40. You know what? You don't want to risk the punt.
I'll tell you what, I think I'd punt it away and get it down there into the 20.
You punt, bad things can happen on the snap. I'm crazy. I like to roll the dice. Sometimes it comes up a 7. Sometimes it comes up a 11. 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Jackson 1 first down away from icing it. Pilata's going to keep it. And Jake is going to have the, let's see where they mark it.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell on that far side at the angle sometimes.
They're marking it 4th and short. And that's what it's going to be. And now Bo Balderson has a decision to make. If you don't make it, you're going to give Lake pretty good field position.
Go for it.
If you make it, the game's over.
Keep the ball in your court. He's going to let the clock run down and call a timeout at 1 second or 2 seconds. You go for it.
Clock now is exactly 1 minute, less than a minute to go.
There's his timeout.
And now Bo Balderson says, let's talk it over with 54 seconds left. 4th and probably, a little less than a yard maybe. If you go for it and get it, the game's over. If you go for it and don't get it, Lake may have one more miracle left in the tank. There you take a look at the Lake sidelines, the Lake defense. I saw Lake against Green, and they had a tremendous second half comeback in that game, if you remember, Troy.
Yep,
showed me a lot. They were down big and came back and almost won it. And right now, Lake, I think, if you talk to Dan DeGeorge, playing their best football game of the season
They've gotten better each week. And that's all you can ask, is play better each week.
Here we go. We got the answer.
Watch the snap count.
Let's see if they try and draw him outside or run a play. Here we go. Ricky Spradling. I don't think he has it.
He didn't get it. He might have lost a yard.
Let's see where they spot it. Second effort, but I don't think he got it.
No, I think he actually lost yardage.
I'm not sure he lost anything, but he didn't get much.
He is stopped short. 1st and 10, Blue Streaks.
Well, here we go. Just when we thought all the drama was over, we got 48 seconds left of it.
Save the drama for your mama. Here comes the big plays.
The Lake Blue Streaks down 35-28, have the football with 48 seconds left at their own 39-yard line. They have had big play after big play, and here we go. Adam Dadich, the senior quarterback. Again, everybody comes to their feet here at Robert Fife Stadium. Dadich back, sideline pass, and overthrows his man, Champagne, down at the 45-yard line.
Good coverage there, though, by Jackson. They're keeping everything in front, keep everything to the middle of the field. You got to keep everything in front of you and in the middle of the field.
Champagne, a guy that plays some defense and also dangerous on offense, number 12.
He's one of those few guys left that you see that play both football and basketball.
Here we go again, 2nd and 10, ball still at the 39.
Ooh, new formation, quads.
Everybody up high, can they defend it? Over the middle, and they weren't ready for it. I'll tell you what, if Sestone is looking back for the football, he's going to catch that one on the run, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Jackson just totally lost there defensively. They were not ready for that quad look up top.
Just bad timing there. Look, he's open.
Oh,
if he turns,
way open.
He's got Shane Ridgway.
That's it.
And that's it.
If he catches it in stride and Ridgway misses him, he's in the house.
Here we go. Boy, that clock is taking forever to wind down for both sides of the football. 40 seconds left, 3rd and 10 at the 39. Blue Streaks trying to come up with a miracle finish here at Robert Fife Stadium. Dadich throws, and off the hands of Champagne. That would have been a first down at the 48-yard line, and the Blue Streaks are down to 1 play.
And the ball game comes down to this for Lake. Jackson's answered the bell every time in this situation. They bring the heat. They've managed to get some sacks. See if they dial up some type of blitz now.
35 seconds left. Jackson defense motioning to the crowd. Get on your feet. Here we go. 4th and 10. Dadich straight back. Looking, in trouble, and down he goes. I'm not sure if he was hit or just lost his balance. The guy that was pressuring him for Jackson was big Michael Ross, 310 pounds at 6'3". I'm not sure Ross got to him. I think Dadich just slipped and fell. Watch this one, Troy.
Decent protection here. Just can't manage to elude it.
Yeah.
And the man who had the touchdown earlier is there to get credit for the sack.
Well, the Polar Bears will take a snap, and they will go to 4-0 on the season. Well, you talk about an exciting football game. That's why you come out on Friday nights to watch a game like this. Pilata takes the knee, and that should do it.
Quarterback Jake Pilata takes the knee.
The Jackson Polar Bears come back and are going to win their 4th game of the season with a 35-28 win over a very, very good Lake football team. Give the Blue Streaks all the credit in the world. They came in tonight and took it right to Jackson, and the Polar Bears had to dig deep to get the win. We're going to come back with the final stats. Look ahead to next week. You're watching the Big Time Sports Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Kempthorne Motors, 3 brands, 1 location. Our winning lineup of Volkswagens, Mazdas, and Volvos makes us your one-stop destination. Drive a German-engineered turbocharged Volkswagen Passat or Jetta sedan, or a Mazda 3, one of Car and Driver's 10 best, featuring Skyactiv technology. The Volvo S60 is a perfect blend of performance, luxury, and class-leading safety. At Kempthorne's, we make it easy, fun, and friendly. Visit us online at kempthorne.com.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete.
Welcome to Bob and Pete's Floors showroom. This is where you'll find an extensive selection of styles and colors with the most up-to-date designs and fashions at the price that's right for you. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tiles, a laminate floor cover, or countertops, you'll find what you need at Bob and Pete's Floors. Bob and Pete's Floors. Make your feet happy feet.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's for happy feet.
Home improvements make your life easier and add to the aesthetics and value of your home. Look to the Wayne Garage Door Sales and Service Showroom for garage doors, entry doors, storm doors, windows, gutters, siding, heritage stone, and awnings. Plus knowledgeable associates to help you create a distinct look for your home. Wayne Garage Door, quality workmanship and service after the sale since 1973 on State Route 39 in Dover. More than just garage doors.
There are hospitals. There are health systems. But there's nothing quite like this. The Altman system means A-class care. All of the services and care you need together. All of the most expert caregivers together. All of this joins together and together with you to lead our community to improved health. Welcome to the shape of advanced healthcare. At Altman, healthier together.
We're celebrating our 40th year at the newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
Well, these are the type of games that make high school football so much fun, not only in Stark County, but all over Ohio. What a game it was tonight. Jackson wins it 35-28. Right now, let's give you the stats as we welcome you to the Alt Care wrap-up show. Stats, as you can see, it was a wild and woolly game. Jackson with 201 rushing yards. We have Ricky Spradling on 24 carries. He got 116 of those 201. Passing yards, fairly even. Lake with big plays, Jackson with big plays, 252 for the Blue Streaks, 249 for the Polar Bears. First downs, Jackson doubled up Lake. Penalties, 5 for 62 for Lake, Jackson 3 for 20. Turnovers, Lake 3, and Jackson had the 2 interceptions. Right now, let's go to the player of the game, and that is brought to you by Downtown Ford. And there was a lot of candidates tonight, but we're going to give it to the junior quarterback from Jackson, Jake Pilata. Did a great job running the football, great job throwing the football, and we're going to give it to the junior. Outstanding game tonight. And now, how about the play of the game? Brought to you by Ferris Chevrolet, and let's watch it. Gutsy call right here. Ferris Financial play of the game. Pilata right down the sidelines to Shane Ridgway, who caught it and went out of bounds, and that one got the Polar Bears into the end zone late. So a big, big play, as we had big plays all over the field tonight. That just about does it from Robert Five Stadium in Jackson. For my partner, Troy Richardson, this is Joe Dunn reminding you one more time our final score. Jackson 35, Lake 28. Thanks for watching and have a great night, everybody.
Make a healthy choice with the health plan Secure Choice.
There for you, care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
Help! If an emergency happened right now, you can have help at the push of a button with Medical Alert.
Remember when I took that fall, Mary?
Oh, yes, that was terrible.
Yes, it was.
Help!
And I thought, what if you hadn't been there? I ordered my Medical Alert the next day.
I can't describe how safe I feel now with my Medical Alert. You didn't know I was wearing it, did you?
Medical Alert is easy to install, waterproof, and covers you inside your home and out.
It helps me feel safe from fires, break-ins.
And of course, a medical alert. And if you don't have a home phone, don't worry. They have that covered.
There's always help at the push of a button. Don't wait till you need it.
Call today for your Medical Alert personal alarm system. Plus, you get this second button free when you order today. And for a limited time, get this emergency lockbox free.
For your complete Medical Alert system with second button free, call 800-277-5144.
I travel a lot for my work with swimming, and when I come home, I want a place to unwind. I bought my first endless pool over 15 years ago. In this newest endless pool, it's better than ever. The current is perfect for swimming any stroke. Crank it up and you can swim race pace, or back it off and just relax. Swimming or water walking and running is a wonderful way to exercise. The endless pool takes non-impact to another level. As I get older, keeping in shape is more important than ever. With an endless pool, I have a pool and a spa all in one. Hi, I'm Rowdy Gaines, 3-time Olympic gold medalist. I've been swimming in my endless pools for 15 years, and you can take it from me, it has it all.
This is important news for dialysis patients. If you or a loved one have suffered a heart attack, sudden death, or abnormal heartbeat after a dialysis session, you could be eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. The dialysis solution may have contained Granuflo or Naturalite. The FDA has issued a Class 1 recall of Granuflo and Naturalite because their use was linked to serious heart injuries. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with a heart attack, sudden death, or abnormal heartbeat after a dialysis session, the dialysis solution could have contained Granuflo or Naturalite. We can help you find out. And if you were administered Granuflo or Naturalite and suffered heart injury, you have legal rights to seek compensation. But you need to protect your rights now. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to see if you qualify for a cash award and medical expenses. This confidential call and first consultation are free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
Angie's a busy mom who only had 10 minutes but wanted to lose weight and get back in shape. TV host Mark Steinis only had 10 minutes but wanted to transform his body. Look at him now. What do you want to accomplish in 10 minutes? Introducing 10-Minute Trainer, the latest breakthrough from fitness legend and P90X creator Tony Horton.
Give me 10 minutes. I'll give you the body you want.
Traditional workouts can take hours, but 10-Minute Trainer shatters that with Tony's new breakthrough super stacking technique. You're getting a full workout, including upper body, lower body, abs, and even cardio in every super stacking move, all in just 10 minutes. These real customers follow 10-Minute Trainer day by day and are proof that 10-Minute Trainer can give you the results you want.
You get an intense workout in just the 10 minutes. I mean, that's just a short amount of your day to be able to transform your life.
There are no excuses. It's 10 minutes. I'm sweating like the way I used to after an hour at the gym. Who doesn't have 10 minutes?
Over 1 million people have experienced the body-changing results of 10-Minute Trainer, and they paid over $100. But if you call now, Tony will send you the complete 10-Minute Trainer system, including 5 rapid-fire workouts, resistance bands and cardio belt, and even his Rapid Results meal plan and recipe guide. And it's yours to try for only $10. That's 10-Minute Trainer for only $10. But wait, if you call right now, the shipping and handling is free. Plus, just for ordering, you'll also receive 3 special gifts, including Tony's 10-Minute Abs, a $60 value, free. And if you're not 100% satisfied for any reason, simply return it and pay nothing more. Call the number on your screen or go online and try 10-Minute Trainer right now for only $10 and get free shipping.
Call 1-800-807-5640 or order online at try10minutetrainer.com. That's 1-800-807-5640. Don't wait, call now.
Are you one of the millions of people living with bladder control problems and on Medicaid? Then stay tuned for a free offer from ActiveStyle.
Hello. At ActiveStyle, we understand your needs and offer convenient, discreet home delivery of a variety of incontinence products. And they may be available at no cost to you if you're Medicaid eligible. When you call us, a personal incontinence consultant, someone like me, will help you find the right product that is both comfortable and makes you feel secure. If the fit is not right, we'll send different products until you are completely satisfied. That's our Get It Right guarantee. Your privacy is assured. Our incontinence products arrive direct to your door in discreet boxes, so no more embarrassing trips to the store. If you or someone you know is incontinent, call us now. And if you're Medicaid eligible, we'll send you a free sample.
If you're on Medicaid, call for your free sample. Active Style is the most convenient and discreet way to get your incontinence supplies.
Call 800-918-4173.
There's a meaning no one knows. Waiting to be set free.
So, what's the empty suitcase for?
The grand prize trophy. I was born to be somebody.